our mighty engineer.
Now, does he climb all the way up the tower?
Every day. Well, he does that for exercise every day.
So he goes up there and feeds the squirrel that runs around that wheel?
They're cows. He feeds the cows over there. We've got lots of cows. And at night when you're over there, these little eyes stare at you. They glimmer off the moon, and you're scared to death. At least I am. I'm not a farm boy. Third down and long. Out of the shotgun operates the quarterback, Cherry, with 2 receivers to the left. He backs up, wings it long to the left side, intended for the wide receiver, Tim Jones. He threw it well ahead of him and out of bounds and around the 20-yard line. It'll be 4th down.
We did a nice job in coverage that time. I mean, they brought the man in motion. They crossed the 2 receivers were split out wide, and we did a nice job passing one to the receiver to one another defensively that time. Well drilled, and obviously those are the things you do in practice all week, Kevin.
Well, another thing, they showed blitz all the way, like they were going to blitz both middle linebackers, and they dropped out of that right before the snap of the ball. So they had a lot of guys in coverage, did a nice job.
Josh Harper drops to punt for the Rams. He's already drilled a 30-yard field goal tonight. He stands back at around his own 41, dropping deep for the Aces. Is that Marcotte? Yes, it is. Bad to snap, but he grabbed it, and now he goes down. Yeah. And the ball takes a big Mount Vernon roll all the way down inside the 10-yard line to around the 10-yard line. No flag down as he got a bad snap, and then it reached to his left, the punter did. Got the kick away, then we hit him. Yeah, but we were going for it.
I know, Rick, you thought maybe we might get a penalty on that, but once the ball hits the ground, it's live, so they can that takes that out as far as the roughing the kicker.
And the ball did take a big Rams roll. The Aces start very deep now, their own 10-yard line. We're down to 7.7 seconds to go in the first period here in Mount Vernon.
Well, this is an important drive. It'd be nice to we're deep in our own territory. It'd be nice to pick up at least 2 or 3 first downs, at least get us out of this predicament of being so deep in our territory.
Haywood calls the signals on 1st and 10.
Counter.
And hands off. Here comes Baker powering his way over the right side near the first down marker at the 20-yard line. The final play of the first period. Looks like he made it.
Nope,
they're going to mark him back. Oh, yeah, that's right. He's about half a yard shy. 9 yards for Baker. It'll be 2nd down when we resume play in the second quarter. Your score, Mount Carmel 7, Mount Vernon 3. Back with more in just a moment.
Honey, this is a lot of luggage to take to the lake.
Most folks pack a lot of hopes and dreams into their retirement plans. But if you want to make it to that destination in style, talk to Security Bank and Trust. We'll get you there. After all, we put people on the road to retirement for a lot of years.
Hawaii?
Honolulu.
Oh, honey, thank you.
Life can be fun. At your bank for life, Security Bank and Trust.
Are you worried about bad burgers? At Guy Hadley's Cafe in Uptown Mount Carmel, we make our 5-ounce burgers fresh every day from 100% ground beef. That's why they're the best burgers in town. Come on uptown and give the best a try. Guy Hadley's Cafe, 416 Market Street, Uptown Mount Carmel, serving the Mount Carmel area since 1917.
For the College Board on November 4th, you can choose 4 trustees who have proven abilities to be effective leaders. James W. Lane, Jr., civic leader and attorney. Bradley Jessup, accountant who has balanced budgets. Marilyn Wolf, banker who has brought jobs to the college district. Andy Fisher, dentist and community leader. Working together, they'll bring you quality students, quality faculty, and quality schools. On November 4th, for the College Board, vote for the best in the class. Lane, Jessup, Wolf, Fisher. Thank you for your support.
Start the second quarter. Brad Haywood tries to shuffle his way through. Brought down very quickly at around the 24. And a first down, though, to the 22. Brad Haywood gets the first down on the first play of the second quarter with a little 2-yard shuffle. And it is 1st and 10 for the Aces from their own 22-yard line. Aces lead it 7-3 here in Mount Vernon. Final game of the regular season. Oh, my. We had somebody really explode off. Swanson blew from his left guard spot. And it'll cost the Aces 5 yards.
I think we must have been going on a staggered count that time, or 2 or something. Swanee didn't know it, and he jumped on the first signal and really creamed that guy across from him.
You know, when I was in college, I used to go off a staggered count a lot of time. That was a whole other topic.
Around a lot of the time.
I don't know why I brought that up.
I'm not going there.
Yeah. First down and 15 for the Aces, trying to fight his way through. Left side shuffling into traffic, trying to slither through for the Aces. Ball carrier Keepus. And not much there. He gets to around almost to the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 4. 2nd and 11 now for the Aces. From the 21.
Well, they've kept Brett Haywood in check tonight so far, so you know he's going to pop off one of these long runs just any time.
Benham is wing left. Grant is the wide receiver to the left. Haywood calls the signals, fakes to the fullback, now wants to throw, now dumps it out for Grant. He reaches low for it and did make the catch at around the 25-yard line. He had to really come out for it. It was a weak toss by Ryan on the run. He wasn't sure he wanted to do that. And then released at the last minute. It'll be 3rd down and about 8.
Well, he's running left and throwing right. You know, he's right-handed. That's just a tough throw to throw across your body like that and get anything on it.
Gain of 3 on the play. Now Ryan Haywood sets the club down with a receiver and a wing to the left side again. And he rolls right after open. A couple of fakes. Throwing long for Grant.
Run.
He can't quite catch up with it. Oh, just over his outstretched arms at the 40-yard line of Mount Vernon. Incomplete, 4th down.
That was a great route that time. He sold the guy on the inside route, broke back out to the outside, and ran a great route, just a little over. If I think if Ryan would have put a little more air into the ball to let him run underneath, we might have had a big gainer there.
Yeah, we're going to complete a couple of those tonight before it's all over. I'll tell you, Ryan Haywood had about 15 yards of open field in front of him. He could have tucked it and run for 15.
Mays and Stuckey are deep for the Rams. I don't think we want either one of these guys to touch the ball. Here's Rumsey back to do the punting. Inside is 15. Gets a good snap and a good kick, but it'll be short, and the return men won't get a chance. It goes out of bounds and around the 49-yard line of Mount Vernon. So the Rams will take over from there. Another good start for them. When they started at their 46, they scored on a field goal a few minutes later. And this is their best start since then.
Well, we've kind of sputtered on offense so far tonight, but we'll make some adjustments and get the kinks out of this offense and get some more scores.
Well, one of the things, we want to keep our offense on the field. We've only run 17 plays so far, and we're 2 minutes into the second quarter. So, obviously, we've slowed down a little bit of that fast break offense to maybe keep our offense on the field a little longer.
Tim Jones checks wide to the left side. The only wide receiver for Cherry sets the backs down in the deuce. It's Stuckey and Mays on 1st and 10. The pitch to Shakari Mays. Cuts inside, bangs over another runner, and gets a few yards. Man alive, our defenders are paying the price there. About 4 yards for Mays on that carry.
Mays ran over Stuckey that time. I mean, he went flying up in and ran into his own man on blocking back, knocked him about 3 yards forward.
He wasn't waiting around, was he? 2nd down for the Rams now. Line of scrimmage, the Aces 49, so a gain of 3. And Cherry gets the play call from his bench. Cherry this year passing 560 yards. One wide receiver to the left side. Backs are in the deuce. Strong side right. Cherry calls the signals. And fakes. Nope, he hands off. Nothing there at all for Stuckey. And we wrapped him up right away. 4 or 5 of the Aces helped to bring him down. No gain on the play.
Well, that's a nice job by Jared Steckler, stepping up and doing just what you want your middle linebacker to do. Met him right in the hole and drove him back.
So tonight, Shakari Mays has found the going rough. He leads. He has 441 yards on the year on only 60 carries, though, so he's averaging over 7 yards a carry. Not tonight. It's 3rd down and 7. Receiver right, flanker left, one setback, and Cherry operates out of the shotgun. Backs up, wings it down the right side. It's for Jones. Picked off, no, almost by Marcotte. He reached out for it. Would have had to make a great catch, as it is incomplete, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, I know it's frustrating. I used to coach a little bit of defensive line and offensive line, and it's really frustrating when you're trying to fire off the ball and people just keep cutting you and cutting you and cutting you. And boy, they're just all over our linemen's knees in their pass block situation.
Well, and they'll continue to do that until they, get a little bit off the line and step back and step over them guys.
So the Rams are going to give it up. Back to do the punting is Josh Harper. Deepest for the Aces, Jackson and Lewis at around the 15-yard line. Marcotte further upfield at the 30. And not a very good snap again, but he got the kick off straight up in the air this time. And we're going to get away from it. And it will roll dead at around the 35-yard line. Not much of a punt.
Well, Jake was signaling infield fly rule.
I've tried it. We don't have a 30 listed here on our roster.
Yeah, I think it's Jackson, isn't it, Nathan?
Oh, that's Nate
Nate
Jackson come up and hit that guy.
Nate the skate.
Yeah.
That punt was what? The line of scrimmage was the 48. Now is a 15, 14-yard punt.
It went higher than it went longer.
Yeah. It went high enough to get to the Sky Dome ceiling almost. Now it is 1st and 10. Haywood hands off. Running to the left side is that Baker on the carry to the 35. It was Keepus, gain of 2. Flag down on the play, though.
Holding.
And another flag against the offense. Rare for us to be on the road and on not on the main side. We can actually see our guys tonight. We're right behind the Mount Carmel players.
I like the other view better.
And we'd be a lot higher up over there, huh?
And you get to sit and talk to Tim Walks and Vernon Snow and Bill Hacker and the boys.
A lot more fun being at home for more reasons than one, huh? Well, the penalty walks the Aces back inside their own 25 to around the 24-yard line, where it is now 1st down and about 20. Haywood rolls, fires, kind of a slingshot delivery on the crossing pattern to the left side, incomplete. And getting up slowly, Marcotte, he got kind of roughed up as he was rolled down on that catch attempt. Incomplete, 2nd down.
Well, Ryan didn't do a very good job of getting set up that time. He kind of threw off his back foot, little sidearm, so he's got to get back there and get set up.
And we have rolled more to the left tonight, it seems like, where he's throwing across his body a little bit more than what we have in the past.
Marcotte checks wide to the left side. Grant wide to the right. Backs are in the offset. Ryan sets up, wants to throw long. Now he's flushed out of the pocket. He's on the run. Looking. There he throws it way out of bounds over the head of Marcotte, throwing it away. And it'll be 3rd down.
Well, we sent 4 men vertical that time. And, the coverage was pretty good within 20 yards and didn't give him a very good look. And, then the pocket closed down in a hurry.
Well, and Ryan's got plenty of time to throw, so he's getting plenty of time to look over the field and go check off to a 2nd or 3rd receiver. They're just doing a nice job in coverage.
Well, one way to take care of speed on these pass banners is to bring it back around. We're going to have to come back and be looking for the pass. We're going to have to do turnarounds and button hooks, things like that. And that'll take care of that speed as they don't know what we're up to. Right, there you go.
You
the man. Those receivers. All right, receivers are split. It is 3rd down. A little dump out is complete this time over the right flats.
Oh, nice job.
And out to the 35-yard line with the pass.
Is that Matt?
Yep.
Boy, he did a nice job of finishing off that run, too. Matt
Schnarry caught the ball and is out at around the 36-yard line. Still, the Aces are about 6 yards away, and it'll be 4th down.
Give them a little room for their punter to work with, anyhow.
13 yards. Now, there was your button hook right there. He did a nice job jamming that thing up in there.
I got to learn to do that. He called that before they ran the play.
Here is the snap and the punt by Rumsey. Circling under it is Mays. He's got some running room to the left side of the 40, 35, 30, and finally spun down at the 25-yard line, and he almost broke it. All the way to the Aces 25. Looks like Tombleson and Haywood in there.
Well, this kid's 5'9". They got him listed at 210. He looks 5'9", 210. He's a big boy out there. And, boy, when he gets a head of steam up and caught that ball on a dead run, he was out off to the races.
That was the worst part about it. He was already at full speed when he caught the ball on the punt. They mark him at the 26, 1st down, Mount Vernon. 8:01 to go in the first half.
Well, if you're Mount Vernon, you've got to like this start of this drive.
They send Jones to the right side as a flanker, receiver to the left. Quarterback operates out of the shotgun. That is Cherry calling the signals, backs up.
Yep.
Oh, he hands off on a delay draw to Stuckey, and he gets outside of the left side, still on his feet down near the 10-yard line before he's finally brought down.
Well, I did it again. I was just getting ready to say, watch out for the draw. You can run the draw out of this. You see it a lot on Sundays. They run the draw right out of the shotgun formation, and they did it and caught us a little flat-footed that time.
A 15-yard pickup and a first down for the Rams at the Aces' 11-yard line.
Well executed. Reached around, stuck it in the breadbasket, and away it went.
Yeah, boy.
Well, they caught us not aware of that play because they've run out of that formation 6 or 7 times now. They were just waiting to spring it on us.
Yeah, this kid reminds me of the kid from Murfreesboro.
From last year.
Mm-hmm.
We had our hands full. Now here is the quarterback. 3 receivers to the left side. And he hands off, countering back to the right side is Stuckey. Steckler grabs him low. He's finished off high by Benham and also by D. But he does get inside the 10 to around the 9-yard line. It is 2nd down and 8. The Rams have to go to the 1.
Well, you can.
Thacker, McCray, Swanson coming back in.
I was just getting ready to say, you can tell Coach is probably not real happy with his defensive line play. He seems to be shuffling a lot of players in and out tonight, trying to come up with the right chemistry.
Remember on the last drive, they had 2 straight 15-yard runs on their series, but it sputtered. Now they're knocking to the door. They're at the Aces' 9-yard line. Mount Vernon threatens to regain the lead. Now the backs pull into a power I. And let's see who Cherry picks out. The deep pitch. Shakari Mays tries to scoot outside. Gets by DeVue and scampers in with a high step into the end zone. Touchdown, Shakari Mays. And he had that burst of speed that shook him away from the Aces defenders from 9 yards away, and the Rams lead again.
Well, that's just a pitch to the tailback, and he reads the blocks and goes it whichever way he wants. And, boy, he headed straight for the end zone that time.
I'll tell you what, our end, I thought, did a nice job. I don't know who was on that side that time, but I thought he did a nice job keeping it down inside, Kevin. We just didn't have a very good pursuit coming, trying to fill from the inside.
Now the Rams lead 9-7 with 7:02 to go in the second quarter. And it will be Brian Cherry, the quarterback, holding for Harper. Here's the snap, ball down. The kick has plenty of leg, and it is good. And Mount Vernon's lead is 10-7 with 7:02 to go here in the first half. We'll be back in just a moment.
No matter what type of car you drive, Pit Stop Services oil changes meet new car warranty requirements. Pit Stop Services is also the home of the T-Tech automatic transmission fluid system. The last time your transmission fluid was this clean, your car was a brand new. Pit Stop Services is also your tire and wheel headquarters, featuring wheels from Optima, KMC, Progressive, and others. Tires from Cooper, Remington, Goodyear, Michelin, and others. It's all at Pit Stop Services. Drive a little, save a lot. Route 15 westbound Carmel, Pit Stop Services since 1986. Looking for a great deal on a quality used car? Then look to Bishop Motors in Mount Carmel. Visit their recently expanded inventory of great pre-owned cars, trucks, and vans. Choose from Ford, Dodge, Chrysler, Chevrolet, Buick, Olds, and more. Plus, Bishop Motors offers on-the-spot financing so you can drive your new car away the same day. Old Rodney still needs the money, and he wants to put you in a quality pre-owned vehicle today. All vehicles are of the highest quality and have been thoroughly inspected. There's no better time to see Bishop Motors than now during their huge expansion sale going on now at Bishop Motors, 9th and Poplar Streets, Mount Carmel.
Harper's kick retrieved by Haywood at his 18, 20, 25, 30, 35, and finally bolts down at around the 42-yard line. Nice return by Haywood.
That was Shane Rumsey.
Oh, Rumsey.
No, yeah, it was.
263.
Does look kind of like a 9, don't it? You know,
Can handle it all.
you've done that all year, though. You've been consistent on that. Called him Haywood all year.
All right, Rumsey on the return for the Aces all the way across the 40 to the 42-yard line, a 24-yard return.
Pick that right up.
That's right. 6:55 to go. Second quarter, Aces line it up. Haywood brings him out on first down, sends Keepus in motion to the right. He keeps himself, Haywood does, turns it in, then out, gets across the 45 to the 48-yard line, and a nice run on first down by the quarterback.
Well, a nice job of gang tackling by Mount Vernon. They had about 7 guys on the football that time, so they floated the ball real well.
Second down and 4 after the gain of 6 by Haywood. Aces trail again, 10-7. Grant checks out wide to the right. There's a wing to the right, and he's in motion. That is Keepus. Haywood keeps again, fakes the pitch, dives inside, first down, inside the 50 to the 45-yard line of Mount Vernon.
Well, we saw a lot of this last week in the first half last week. He reads the defense and tucks the ball and just runs upfield behind his brother.
7-yard pickup for the first down for the Aces quarterback. And we're down to 6:21 to go. First half of play. Mount Vernon 10, Mount Carmel 7. Grant checks wide to the right side, wing to the right, backs in the offset, strong side left. Now that is Keepus in motion. Haywood keeps himself again. And option runs inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Gain of about 6. This has shades of last week against Howley on this drive.
Well, Mount Vernon, like Audley last week, has decided they're not going to let Brad Haywood beat him with that long run. So they're shutting down that portion of the option into this game, and Ryan's reading it perfectly and just tucking the ball and running right in behind him.
A timeout, Mount Vernon. The coaches over there maybe they did not get last week's film. They probably didn't from a conference. They probably scouted Lawrenceville a couple of weeks ago, and they didn't see the Haywood we saw last week.
Actually, football coaches do a little differently. Actually, the football coaches meet on a Saturday and exchange tape. So in other words, like somebody from Mount Vernon and somebody from Mount Carmel would meet, exchange films, and then scout each other that way.
Really? Sometimes
I never have understood it, but that's what they do in football.
Yeah, that you didn't help the other team out.
Well, the other conference schools could say no, but we give them our tape. Or a version of our tape.
Do you think they might have given them like the sophomore tape by mistake? Oh, darn.
I guarantee you that's been done before. Not by Mount Carmel, but that's been done before.
Yeah. I've seen some pretty lousy scout tapes that we've got. I know that.
Well, all of a sudden when the tape jumps like 4 minutes ahead in the game, that has been known to happen. I can tell you that.
That's an accident, though.
But we got good equipment, though.
And there is Ryan Haywood faking again, turns it, and gets some forward progress to the 35-yard line. A gain of about 3 or 4. And he's right on the marker. May have the first down. Looks like he does, and he does.
Well,
good call, Rick.
We're gonna see this all night long until they come up with a way to stop it. So, and what's going to happen is they're going to try and stop it, and you're going to give it to Brad, and he's going to break off a 40-yard run. Now I got one in ahead of time that time.
Flag down as Brad Haywood gallops over right tackle and is bumped back for a yard or 2 pickup, but the flag is down. It's against us. And it's a motion call.
Boy, we've had problems with this all year long.
And that'll cost the Aces 5 yards, kind of slows this march down. Aces coach John Hart not pleased with the offense for that infraction. They'll mark it back to the 40-yard line. Actually, if he were Dick Vermeil, we'd be worried about his health. That reaction John had. It's now 1st and 15. Handoff. Ball carrier plows forward to around the original 10-yard marker. On the play, Keepus with Benham leading the way on the block.
Yeah, nice job by Josh Keepus getting right on Benham's butt and just riding him right through the hole for about a 6-yard gain.
2nd down and 10 now for the Aces. We're down to 5:19 to go in the first half.
Just keep the clock rolling, and we'll just run it right down here.
Keepus wing right. Now he's in motion to the left. Receiver left. Haywood hands off this time. Brad Haywood tumbles over left tackle for a yard or 2 to around the Mount Vernon 31-yard line.
And you saw Ryan at the end of that play kind of give it a sign like he was aggravated with himself. He knows he should have kept that ball that time, too. It was wide open on that end of the option.
It's 3rd down and 7. He must be kind of surprised. He goes, I can't be open every play. And yet he could. Ryan Haywood sets the club down, sends Keepus in motion. And now fakes the give. Now pitches to Keepus. And that is inside the 30 to the 26 for perhaps a first down.
Well, that's a really nice job there. I mean, a left-handed pitch, one-handed pitch just at the last minute.
Nope, it'll be just shy by a yard or so.
But we're in 4-down territory.
Nice effort. Boy, that was, I tell you what, almost a forward pitch to Keepus. It'll be 4th down and 1 now.
Good analogy there. Nice left hand, huh?
Yeah, nice. You see that? You can tell he's a basketball player, too. He's been working with the basketball coach, dribbling left hand. He can throw that football the same way.
4th down and 1, and Ryan keeps himself and has the first down on the plunge inside the 25 to around the Mount Vernon 23, and the drive continues. A couple Aces players trying to exhort the fans on, get them wound up here.
Keep that clock running. 4.5 to go. Keep the clock running. We'll run it at our score.
1st and 10. 4:30 to go. First half of play. Handoff. Brad Haywood gallops over the middle. The flag flies as he's brought down inside the Ram 20 and around the 19-yard line.
It's got to be a hold back there.
And our guys just start walking. We know it's against us. It is.
Yeah. I think they got Swanee. He's up there barking at him. So I think Swanee downfield got a hold.
So this one will cost us, if it's holding, is it holding? I didn't look at the preload.
Yep.
Well, this may be a 10-yarder. And it looks like it will be. No more than that, though.
Yeah, we've overcome We overcome the last penalty. Maybe we do the same thing again here, fellas.
Now it's long for the Aces. Line of scrimmage now back outside the 30 at the 31-yard line. It's 1st and 20. Benham in motion and
ball.
a fumble. The
He got
ball
it.
came apart on the handoff. It looks like the Aces, maybe Ryan, fell back on it. He did.
Well, you're going to have that once in a while in this exchange with this option football because he pulls that at the last second. So I think that time Brad thought he was going to give, and he pulled it at the last second, and the ball goes on the ground.
But on 1st and 20, he kind of exasperates the situation we're in now. And now it's 2nd down and 20. Line of scrimmage the 31. Receivers left and right. One setback for Haywood. He backs up looking for Marcotte. Rolls that way. Does dump it for Marcotte, but it's out of bounds. Marcotte was leaping high, but he was completely out of bounds as he jumped for the ball at the 20-yard line.
Well, I don't know what the coaches have seen in the film last week to cause us to roll to our left so much. They're rolling away from our strong side line.
And we're all doing, it's all short side stuff too, isn't it?
And so he's constantly throwing across his body, which is not the best of situations. Plus, he's not had a lot of pressure all night. He had a lot of time there to throw.
He's throwing these little dinker passes too. Little short stuff, more of a pop-up type variety, kind of throws off just the fingertips. Brian Haywood backs up now. He airs it out low to the right side for Grant, and Grant turns, but too late on the fly at around the 15-yard line, incomplete.
Yeah, he just misfired on that one. He just took a 3-step drop and let her go, and I'm sure he'd like to have that ball back.
And it will be 4th down now, 4th and 20, line of scrimmage the 31. And after rolling, this drive is just suddenly kind of laid up. Let's see what we can do here on a 4th down conversion attempt. Brian Haywood sends receivers left and right. Grant one way, Marcotte the other. And here is Haywood flushed out of the pocket. Now he throws on the run looking for Grant. And it sails out of bounds and wide, incomplete at around the 8. And Haywood, though moving to the right, kind of had to have a little hop step to get enough on that ball.
Well, I think he misfired on that one, too. I think he'd like to have that ball back, too. So he's just not had a very good half so far throwing the ball, and they've shut Brad Haywood down up the middle from the fullback position, and that's why they're kind of spreading around a little bit.
Ryan had a wonderful night on the ground last week, but I don't believe he threw the ball particularly well last week either.
Well, second half, Scott, he was 5 out of 6 in the second half.
I'm so sorry.
And 6 out of 7 his last 7 throws. So
I stand corrected on that little deal.
He can't be right all the time, Scott.
Well, I do remember him slumping. It must have been on the first half. And he corrected it in the second half. Well, we can only hope the same thing will happen here.
Well, now you weren't staggering around Olney last week, were you?
No.
That was a homecoming game.
First down. Yeah, that's right. It's 1st down, and Cherry options himself, spins it inside, and gets near the 1st down marker. Nice little move by Cherry on the option run, and he gets out across the 40 to the 41 on Mount Vernon's first play of the possession.
Kind of a la Ryan Haywood there on that play.
I believe that's his first carry, isn't it?
Yep.
I had him down for another carry.
Second carry.
Wrong again.
Yeah.
2nd down and 1.
I'm used to being wrong.
My
though.
stats
Ask my
don't
wife.
always look very good, though. Sometimes I guess.
You get over 40, and the wrongs start mounting.
Who's over 40?
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
A flag down before the Rams even take a snap. Maybe an equipment problem. Who knows?
That or encroachment.
Or encroachment.
Yep.
And it's on the Aces.
Aggravation.
Lined it up wrong. And that'll give Mount Vernon a 1st down.
Well, we're on the road, too. Come over here a little bit on this sideline, buddy. Walk down here next to the coaches.
Line of scrimmage now, the 45-yard line. It's 1st and 10 for the Rams. They line it up in the deuce. With one receiver to the left side, Cherry calls the signals. And hands off. And blowing through is Stuckey. He's off to the races down the left sidelines to the 20, 10-5 touchdown. John Stuckey with a touchdown run of 55 yards, and Mount Vernon leads 16-7. Wow. We've been afraid of that all night.
That explosive speed, and boy, once he gets the seam, and their receivers also, Kevin, do a nice job of staying on their blocks a little bit to give him a little bit of a read. He doesn't need much.
Well, yeah, from a coach's standpoint, the one thing you can't teach is that speed, that just breakaway speed, and he broke through the initial line, and it was just off to the races. The last guy could get him was Haywood, and he missed him.
Now it's a point after attempt for the Rams. They suddenly have built a 16-7 lead, 2:43 to go here in the second period. Here's the snap, ball down, the kick is up, and Harper's kick is good, and the Rams lead it 17-7. A 56-yard run by Stuckey down the left sidelines. And we'll keep it here. A run by Stuckey. The first big breakaway they've had, either Stuckey or Mays. Stuckey is the leading rusher on the club, coming in 550 yards. Well, he's over the 600-yard mark now.
Well, actually, I tell you what, it gets back to our lack of offensive execution there in that last drive, where we really shoot ourselves in the foot with a couple penalties. And you know, if we can just convert there and maintain that drive and you know, end the half on a positive note, even if we don't score, you know, at least we were driving at the end of the half. So that was a big play.
Well, the Aces still have time, but not a lot of it. 2 minutes and 43 seconds to go now in the first period.
I think they still got
in
all
the
their
first half,
timeouts.
rather. It's Rumsey and Johns deepest for the Aces, inside the 20 and around their 15. And Harper will kick it off. Delivers a good kick, retrieved by Rumsey at the 16, 20, 25, 30. And breaks away from 1, 30, 35, 40, and across the 45. Great return by Rumsey to the 46-yard line, and we're in business.
Well, we got a flag on the play.
On the return, oh no.
Face mask against Mount Vernon.
On Mount Vernon, tack it on.
Yeah, another 15 yards. Well, what a nice run, though, by Shane Rumsey. I tell you, he put his head down. We got a big return out of him when we really needed one there.
Another 15-yard infraction will start in Mount Vernon's end of the field. We'll have plenty of time now to get something done.
Well, this guy, I think, has gone to the Dick Dietz School of Officiating, where whoever's behind gets the breaks.
And the Aces set it up now from the Mount Vernon 39-yard line. Haywood sets the club down and fakes. Tries to keep. They've got a better beat on him this time, and they stayed with him that time. First time we've seen that about all night, and Haywood got only a yard or two.
Well, you're right, Kevin. We seem as though we really like that left side of that line, and really have really just jammed that behind the defensive right in, if I can ever spit it out here.
Well, yeah, and they're really setting this end up on defense, too. He's really coming hard across the field. And
now Haywood rolls to the right
now
side
he's open.
and wings it long. It's for Grant. He can't come
right
up with it
for his
around
hands.
the 10-yard line. Incomplete.
Well, that one was right on the money that time. He dove for it a little bit, but it went right through his hands.
And that creates now a 3rd and long. That's the kind of play we're going to have down by 10 points.
What I started to say before that play, this number 99 for Mount Vernon, for you people watching on TV, is really coming hard from the backside. And what they'll do, they'll turn around and run right at him with the option and slow him down a little bit.
So now the Aces have it, 3rd and 10. There's a wing to the right, wide receiver to the right side. Now Keepus is in motion, and there's a handoff. Vernon with a big hole. He's got a first down, rolling forward inside the 30 to the 27-yard line.
Well, that's a big run when you really needed to pick up some yards right there.
A major 3rd down conversion by Benham. And we're down to 1:51 to go. The officials have the clock stop while they move the chains. Benham sets back down in the backfield. Keepus is the wing to the right. Brad Haywood with him in there. Now Keepus left side. Ooh, big hole, but it was plugged up in a hurry. Keepus kept chugging and got his legs churning to around the 21 of Mount Vernon.
Well, nice lead block by Benham, too. He really stuck his nose into somebody and drove him back. So you don't call his number a lot on offense, but when you do, usually good things happen.
We got a lot of guys who seem very content on trying to whoop the crowd up here. Here is Benham, big hole, down to the 10, down to the 5, and he's knocked out of bounds.
Stop the clock. That's
1:20 to go, and the clock is stopped. First down, run by Benham, and it's 1st and goal for the Aces at around the 7-yard line. Boy, this would give us a world of momentum if we can punch it in before halftime.
I think they ought to give it right back to Benham, too.
Here's Haywood, hands off Benham, left side, inside the 5, tripped up near the goal line. He's inside the 5, down to around the 2.
I think Coach Hart's saying, Benham, you've got us here. You're going to get it, baby.
Pickup of about 5 yards. And it'll be 2nd and goal. And Haywood options himself. This time he gets in for the touchdown. Ryan Haywood from 2 yards away.
Great fake by Brad Haywood. Rolled over the ball. Everybody tackled Brad Haywood.
Ryan held himself for the option TD, and the Aces quickly counter and close the gap to 17-13 Mount Vernon. with 50.8 seconds to go in the half.
But what about the two or three clutch runs by Jason Benham? Boy, he really put his head down and got some first downs when we needed it.
Now, Wilcox holds for A.J. Anderson. And here's the snap. Ball down. The kick is up. And it is no good. It was wide to the right. And with 50.8 seconds to go, it is now a 4-point ball game. But we made some inroads there, and we, in one fell swoop, showed not only can we score again against this club, we can answer them and in a hurry. In a hurry.
I think part of it, too, guys, is that, the way our offense is set up, the quicker we play, the more effective we are, because we can keep the defense from getting into their sets. They've got to stay in a base package, and that works to our advantage. And I think maybe going into this game, our game plan was to keep our offense on the field a little longer, be a little bit more deliberate, stretch the game out a little bit, lengthen your time of possession. Hey, that situation, we just blew down the field.
Well, and I think it just makes us concentrate just a little bit more too. They're worried. You got to get the line of scrimmage, remember the play, and you just concentrate a little bit better.
Well, now the score is Mount Vernon 17 and Mount Carmel 13 with 50.8 seconds to go in the first half. Deepest for the Rams is Shikari Mays. A little dribbler that won't even get to him. A big guy will fall in it. Alex Gentles.
Well, they're not going to. If they kick it deep tonight, you got to scoop, let me tell you.
Well, after that punt, I don't believe so.
Yeah.
And Gentles will put the Rams in business by falling on the ball. 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Well, now what we need is to make sure we don't have a big play against us right before half against this defense.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if we fire backers, if we play prevent defense. I still think prevent defenses prevent you from winning, I think you still got to stay with that base package. There's a lot of different schools of thought.
This defense has been awful good to them the last 3 games, so they got to play it with what they came with.
The Rams send 3 out to the left side, 3 receivers, 1 setback for Cherry. The officials blow the play dead. Now, if they wouldn't have, Thacker would have a second later because he had the quarterback in a hurry.
That's all Mount Vernon looks like.
Like delay a game, maybe?
No, I think he's got the guy lined up in the wrong spot.
Yep. Procedure.
That'll cost the Rams 5 yards, 47.9 seconds to go.
It's the 9th game of the season, and the wide receiver lines up off sides.
Not bad.
That's not good.
And all he's got to do is ask the line judge there if he's on the line or not, and he'll put him where he should be.
But for Mount Vernon's receiver, he'll have the whole winter to look at the films and get it right for next year.
You're cruel.
1st down and 15 now for the Rams. They send 3 out in pattern again to the left side. Line of scrimmage now is the 29-yard line. And here is Cherry. Hands off to the lone setback. Stuckey tries to spin, does on Gibb Jones, but Haywood helps to bring him down. Nicely done with the Aces. They stayed right with him, and only a yard or 2 for Stuckey.
Well, nice job by Gibb Jones of really reducing down into the hole and not giving Stuckey anywhere to run.
2nd and 13, gain of 2, and we're down to 30 seconds to go. And Mount Vernon will simply run one more play here. Let's hope it's just simply one more play.
Take a knee.
3 receivers to the left side again. And out of the shotgun, Cherry calls the signals. We're down to 15 seconds to go. Wants to wing it. Looking to the left side. Who's he going to pick out? Long for May.
Ball.
Around in the air and incomplete. No one came out of there with it. Incomplete. 8.1 seconds to go, and it is now 3rd down.
Kevin, you said it. I'm not sure you don't just take a knee there and go to the locker room. But man, that's a dangerous play. You're out throwing out there in the flat. You got Ryan Haywood out there.
Yeah,
the ball's bouncing around.
Or came close to returning one for a touchdown. So yeah, they were throwing to the man they wanted to throw to. You want to get it in his hands, May's hands. He's the one that scored a touchdown the last time.
Ryan Haywood with 6 interceptions leads the team. Almost had another one there. Now we may be in for the final play of the half. Boy, Mount Vernon certainly taking its time right here. 3rd down and 12. And they have to call timeout. They were going to get a 5-yard penalty for otherwise. We'll keep it here. We're at 8.1 seconds to go here in the first half.
Well, Mount Vernon's threw the ball pretty well this year. I think they had over 500 yards passing come in, but they've only thrown 1 completion tonight. That's what I got them down for 8 yards. So they've not done a good job throwing the ball. They've broke off a couple of big runs on us. So.
Okay, here's tonight's trivia question, guys. It's brought to you by Bluff City Fitness. A couple of weeks ago, the Aces old-timers played the coaches, and it was a wonderful game at Riverview Stadium. And for the fans that were there, they got a real treat. Doug Peterson showed up at the end of the game and kicked a field goal, made us feel like 1974 all over again. Name the team that Doug Peterson beat with a field goal in the playoffs in 1974. That's tonight's Aces trivia question. He's forever known as the Toe because of that kick. Who did he beat? Now it is 3rd down and 12 for Mount Vernon. We're down to 8.1 seconds to go in the half. The Rams send 3 out in patterns to the left side. Cherry has 1 setback.
Draw.
That is Mays, and now he's going to take off. He's in motion. Now here is the quarterback. Fakes right, throws over the middle. The pass is caught by the tight end. And they stop the clock with 1.4 seconds to go. The pass caught over the middle by Nathan Jenkins, and it'll be 4th down. Gain, though, creates a 4th and 7, about 7 yards on the pass to the 40.
Well, Brewer was right in on Cherry that time, forced him to throw the ball short, and nice job by Scott Brewer that time of getting a little pressure on the quarterback.
1.4 seconds to go. The Rams will try it again. And they have receivers left and right. Everybody's pulled in. Now he's going to take a knee. No, he backs up, fakes it. Now he takes the knee.
That's a dumb move.
Explain that. He backs up. Of course, we hit him after he took the knee.
I think he's hurt.
He gets up. Well, he's rolling around. He's not up yet. What in the world was that? Why did we waste time at this point? Takes a knee, very slow to do it, and we pretty well grabbed him and got him down. That was strange. Well, he gets up. He's finally, he's okay, I guess. Makes it out under his own power. That was a bizarre end to the first half. But it is halftime here in Mount Vernon. The score is Mount Vernon 17, Mount Carmel 13. Back in a moment.
Little Italy's Pizza in Mount Carmel offers the best Italian food. Our selection of sandwiches includes the ever-popular Italian beef sandwich, ham and cheese, the Italian sub, and stromboli. Of course, we have pizza. Our family feast includes a large one-topping pizza, breadsticks, and drink for only $10.95. We're located on Walnut Street in Mount Carmel, which makes for takeout or delivery. Little Italy's Pizza in Mount Carmel, 262-4121.
Some people might think I'm spoiled. I am. Here at home, I sleep on a Spring Air back supporter mattress. It's so comfortable. And when I'm on the road, I want the same comfort. That means fine hotels, and that means a back supporter mattress from Spring Air. Hurry in today. There's a great Spring Air back supporter mattress sale going on right now.
Remember, Sleep Fitness starts with a back supporter mattress from Spring Air. It's a great mattress, and for a limited time only, a great deal. So hurry into Robert Walter Furniture, 524 Market Street, Mount Carmel.
Before or after the game, any time is a good time for the great taste of Dairy Queen. Several scrumptious varieties await you, from low-cal, non-fat breezes in assorted flavors to banana splits, parfaits, and peanut busters. Don't forget Dairy Queen's delicious brazier burgers and, of course, creamy DQ served in a cone. Make Dairy Queen a part of your game day plans, because in the land of Dairy Queen, they treat you right. Dairy Queen salutes Mount Carmel football. Best of luck, Aces, for another successful season from your Mount Carmel Dairy Queen.
Well, we're back here at Mount Vernon, and Scott, I tell you, you're going to run down the scoring summary of their first half?
First time we've ever ordered soda at halftime on a two-way. We've got the technology here.
Well, Coach Johnston was throwing money out the window, and we drew a crowd quick. I tell you, we had everybody looking this way instead of at the band.
Hey, don't say that. My wife will be. I won't get into that.
You sure you didn't come from Vegas? I heard you.
It was coins, dear. It was coins.
Yeah,
it was 25-cent pieces.
He was throwing $5 bill around here like.
Well, Mount Vernon leads here at halftime, 17-13. The Rams scored first, a 30-yard field goal by Josh Harper with 5:28 to go in the first period. The Aces countered, took advantage of an interception by D. Really well done by Joe to pick off the pass. The Aces then only had to go 27 yards for their score. A 20-yard run by Ryan Haywood did it. A.J. Anderson added the kick, 2:35 to go in the first period. Mount Carmel had its only lead, 7-3. Mount Vernon finally recovered and scored with 7:02 to go in the second quarter on a 9-yard run by the big guy, Mays, Shikari Mays. And the kick was good, 7:02 to go in the second, and Mount Vernon had the lead back. But the big surprise play of the game so far was a 56-yard run by Stuckey. Down the left sidelines he went after breaking it through. We were scared that one of those guys, either Stuckey or Mays, would break our backs with a big play, and it turned out to be Stuckey. Harper's kick made it 17-7 Mount Vernon with 2:43 to go in the second quarter. Really, it was too bad because we had a great opportunity and we're driving the ball on the possession before that long run, but we had a penalty, kind of wiped out everything. Then we threw a couple incomplete passes and we stalled, and then Mount Vernon took it in. So we were down by 10 points, but the Aces sucked it up and recovered. And Ryan Haywood scored on a 2-yard run, an excellent drive by Mount Carmel. The kick failed with 50.8 seconds to go. And that leaves our halftime score 17-13. Mount Vernon still with the lead. Mount Vernon's band out here performing at halftime, and that reminds me to remind everyone, the Mount Carmel Marching Aces are in their final competition of the year. Tomorrow in Oblong, the Aces will take the field at around 3:45 at Oblong. So if you'd like to just drive up and not have to watch all the other bands, just watch Mount Carmel. That's their scheduled time at about 3:45 tomorrow at the Oblong Invite.
You're not going to go home and leave this half finished, are you?
I got 6 days, Dad. Just a reminder that Glidden spread house paints are formulated to cover the first time so you can finish in less time.
I guess you'll be going back early then.
I thought I might stick around for a few days.
Glidden, a better way to paint.
Don't expect me to cook for you.
And now is an even better time to buy because every gallon of spread house exterior paint is on sale at a Glidden retailer near you.
Committed to quality. It's a pretty simple statement, but at Wabash General Hospital, it means so much more. Committed to quality is Wabash General's promise to stay abreast of modern medical treatment and technology, provide kind and compassionate care, and maintain the high standards of medical excellence that the community expects and deserves. Wabash General provides modern medical technology, a highly skilled staff, and a commitment to our community to offer quality, compassionate care close to home. That's Wabash General Hospital, Mount Carmel.
What does your bank look like? As financial service moves toward the high-tech future, you might have thought your bank would look cold and impersonal. But electronic banking is so fast, simple, and convenient. You'll have more time to do the things that are really important. Electronic banking from Citizens. Just another example of leading the way by banking your way.
Leading the way, banking your way, Citizens.
What does your bank look like?
Here is the kick. The Aces do have to kick off. Haywood delivers it. Were we offsides on the kick?
Yep, think so.
They whistle of play back.
Well, we talked all year long about how the ability of the coaching staff at halftime to make the adjustments necessary to enable this team to come back to a victory, and I'm sure they've analyzed what went on in the first half. And I think probably their biggest priority will be to get Brad Haywood untracked, get him more upfield with the ball, and so they're going to come up with some plays. I'd like to see him come up with some things to get him the ball in his hands and get him some positive yards.
All right, they'll kick us off now at the 35-yard line after the 5-yard walk-off. And here is Haywood's kick. Little dribbler down the field. We keep it away from the big guys. And, hey, no one's got it yet. It goes out of bounds.
Did they touch it?
Oh, that's the key. I don't think anybody did.
Did they touch it?
I don't see a flag.
They must have ruled that he touched it.
It looked like maybe the guy up here touched it up around the 30.
Wow, I don't think anybody. The closest guy to it was Stuckey. The official must rule because that he touched it because they're going to let him play from the 26-yard line. So apparently a lost fumble out of bounds on the kickoff return. So Mount Vernon takes over from there, 1st and 10 from just outside the 25.
Warnkin, Benham, McCray, Brewer, Haywood, your front 5, and D and Steckler in at linebackers.
Well, you call McCray's number more and more in the starting defensive line. He just works himself in there more every game.
And here is the quarterback, Cherry. The back's in the power eye, and there is the running back uprooted. Shikari Mays to the left side, but tripped up, still falls forward for a yard.
You know, like we talked about off the air there, Kevin, that time Jared Steckler steps up, fills a hole, gets a nice cut on the running back. We need that consistency as we head down the road here.
And McCray did a great job of getting off the ball and really getting in the backfield and messing things up. So you got to credit both those guys. McCray is a kid that has just improved tremendously over the course of the year. Didn't play last year as a freshman. Was all the way up through the junior high, but didn't come out as a freshman.
2nd and 9, gain of 1. Back in the power eye of the Rams. Receiver split left and right. Cherry calls the signals and options to the left. And keeps himself, tries to roll forward and gets to around the 30-yard line. He's wrapped up, by a couple of aces. D is one of them. And I think Thacker was the other. It'll be 3rd down and 7 now.
Well, Joe G, just what Rick talked about earlier. He stepped right up and filled the hole and then stopped him for a very little gain.
So Mount Vernon has it, 3rd and 7. 3rd quarter just underway. Rams lead the Aces 17-13 here. Wide to the right side comes the wide receiver, Tim Jones. Receiver to the left. Backs have now switched into the... In fact, they have one set back, and the flags fly before the snap is taken. Now they're going to see we lined up again offsides. Looks like it. And we did.
Yeah, I think they got Brewer offside. He was mad at himself after they blew the whistle. So
that's a big 5-yard walk-up because now kind of takes away from the defensive play on Mays a moment ago. Now it's 3rd and a long 2, 3rd and 3.
Good seeing Tim Green Bay Packer Bus with us up here.
He's to our left. Out of the shotgun, receivers, 2 of them to the left, 1 to the right. High snap. Cherry now throws it for Jones. Inside, Jones gets some running room. Gets by 1, 2, spins away from another. Finally brought down to the 40-yard line. And a flag down, maybe a face mask on top of that.
Well, and you'd like to see, and I think coaches are really giving Haywood the business right now. I think he really felt like he should have stepped up and went for the interception. It was a touchdown if he picks it, too.
A 27-yard gain and a penalty on top of that on the Aces on the face mask. And that'll tack on more on top of the first down.
Well, that's a play Ryan Haywood's got to make. I don't know. I think they caught him kind of in between. He didn't know whether to go for the interception or go for the tackle, and he missed both. And Coach Hart's really giving him an earful right now.
Yep, he slanted inside of Haywood to make the catch and then was off to the races. Now they're going to mark it down to the 25-yard line of Mount Carmel. 15-yard walk-on after the catch, which had covered 27. So they gained 42 yards on one play. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Cherry calls with 1 setback, Stuckey behind him. Oh, Stuckey jumped. They finally threw the flag. The official almost didn't. And now the ball carrier is stuck for a loss anyway. Back and around the 30-yard line. Swanson in on the stop. And the infraction against the Ram. He almost didn't throw that flag. And it was a clear case of the back jumping.
Well, once again, a little bit different kind of action. We had some outside motion coming all the way across the field that time, which we haven't seen the whole game. Boy, this team, it's like we got a grab bag over there, and we just reach in the hat and pull out a play, and let's go run it, fellas.
Well, the loss was about 6, so we declined the penalty because we gained on that exchange. 2nd down and 16 now. 2 receivers left, 1 right out of the shotgun. Cherry, 1 back with him. He throws a quick slant for Barry Mays and almost made the catch. We almost made the pick off.
Man.
Was that Haywood there almost got the ball cradled? Was it Haywood?
I believe it might have been Sammy that time.
Sammy DeVue. He came very close to hanging on and getting an interception.
Off that deflection, he almost came up with a pick.
Boy, Sammy's really a big free safety back there. He was a outside linebacker for us. We moved him back there, and very physical for a free safety. Good size and really delivers a heavy hit back there from that position.
So now it is 3rd and long for the Rams. 3rd and 16. And out of the shotgun, Cherry operates again. Receivers left and right. 3 in pattern. He has time. Now fires left side for Mays. It's incomplete, out of his reach. Between 2 aces, Haywood and Lewis, at around the 5-yard line. It'll be 4th down now. He was going for 6 on that play. So now this is a big tester for the Aces. We trail by 4. It'd be great to stop the Rams here.
Well, a big 4th down play right here.
9:29 to go, 3rd quarter. Rams lead it 17-13. They went for the touchdown last play. Now they need the first down. 4th and 15. Line of scrimmage, the 30 of Mount Carmel.
Got to watch out for something tricky here.
3 receivers in pattern, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Cherry out of the shotgun, takes the snap. They're in on him. He gets rid of the ball way over the head of the receivers, and it was pressure by Gibb Jones that caused him to release that ball.
Yeah, Brewer and Thacker were really in on him, really, with a lot of pressure, forced him to throw the ball before he wanted to.
Yep, that's who was in there, Thacker and Brewer, and it's a change of possession. Mount Carmel with the ball, first down.
Well, that's a big defensive stand by Mount Carmel. You know, a tough break, and they come back and really put it together when they needed to there.
Well, I don't know. Did it look to you like the tight end may have been open there? Just bad read on the quarterback.
Well, a lot of pressure, too. And you got them guys coming right up the middle, right in your face. That's a lot of pressure.
Now 1st and 10 for the Aces from their own 30. Haywood, great fake, keeps the ball, turns left, and almost has the first down out near the 40-yard line.
Well, there again, for you people that are going to watch this on TV later in the week, Brad Haywood rolls over the ball. 4 guys tackle him. They think he's got the ball. So a great read by Ryan Haywood to pull the ball and tuck it in and run around the end for about a 5-yard.
Not a very good spot. Only a gain of 8. 2nd down and 2 now. Man in motion. And Haywood hands off. Big hole. First down.
Baker.
And John Baker gets the first down to the 45-yard line. Gain of about 7.
Lots of weapons with this Mount Carmel offense. They've got a half a dozen running backs, and you don't lose a lot with any of them in there. They all got good speed and carry the ball well.
Watch our pace here.
Right back up to the ball as soon as the officials put it down. We're ready. It is 1st and 10. There's Keepus in motion.
There he goes. There he goes.
Brad Haywood pounds his way over the right side to the 50, down to the Mount Vernon 48-yard line, close to the first down marker.
Well, you're right, Rick. I think they saw something right before half with the intensity, picking the pressure up and picking the pace up, putting pressure on the defense, and really getting their mindset a little better, and they're right on the ball, ready to go again here.
2nd and 2. Haywood sets the club down, man in motion, and this time he fakes, keeps. There's the pitch to Keepus. It's deflected out of bounds by, I think, Mays at around the 46-yard line, around the 49 rather. It'll be 3rd down, a loss of about 2 on the play.
Well, Ryan should have kept that ball that time. That was a bad pitch. He threw the ball up in the air, and we're just awful lucky it went out of bounds.
Well, give him no loss on the play. It'll be 3rd down and a long 2 by the Aces.
So you give him an incomplete pass?
That was, I don't know what we do. And here is a hit back to the left side. Tripped up, and he still has the first down. Looks like Keepus on the run. And he has it right to the 45 of Mount Vernon.
Boy, Nathan Jenkins really stepped up and put just hit him right at the shoelaces. Keepus and stopped him there. He was off to the races.
Just enough, though, for Keepus and a first down for the Aces at the Mount Vernon 45. Now Baker into the game. Keepus still as the flanker. And there's Haywood, optioning keeping this time, absorbs a loss on the play, back at around the 48-yard line.
That was Nathan Jenkins again, stepped up and, stayed right with his man and nowhere to pitch it, so he just tackled him for a loss.
A loss of 3, 2nd and 13 for the Aces now. Line of scrimmage, the Ram 48. Keepus is the wing to the right side. Haywood comes over center. Grant is the wide receiver to the right as well. Backs are in the offset. There's Keepus in motion. And the handoff, ball carrier Baker is stood up on the line of scrimmage and driven back. Nice stop by Joe Crocker. 3rd down and long now for the Aces. Give him a yard on the play. They mark his progress to the 46. 3rd and a long 12.
Well, they've had men open in the secondary all night long. You got to believe they're going to the pass here for long.
Haywood fakes, rolls to the right
got
side.
The ball.
Wants to throw, fires long for Grant.
Nice job
at the 20, down to the 15-yard line. Grant with a catch. First down, Aces, and a gain of about 31 yards.
Boy, what a great job of ball handling by Ryan Haywood. I mean, he looks like Steve Youngbacker handling the ball. Puts that ball right on his hip and hit Brewer. Who was it he hit?
Grant
right in line. So
let's call it 32 because they marked the ball at the 14-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from there for Mount Carmel. Aces trying to drive and get the lead back.
There's
Haywood
motion.
hands off. There is a Keepus, a flag down. Keepus followed Baker. Baker followed Keepus to the left side to about the 12.
I think they got Baker for motion that time. He turned into the line too quick.
And a gain of 2, but they're not going to count this one.
Well, what a nice touch pass by Ryan Haywood, though, to Grant. Nice job.
That's the band they're carrying off.
Yeah. The band is going to. I thought it was a stretcher for a moment.
No.
It's the drum.
It's the band equipment over there. You thought it was a body bag.
Yeah. I thought, what is that laying on that thing? I said, somebody's completely keeled over.
He staggered around Olney last week. He staggered around Homecoming.
Oh, Homecoming was a zoo.
And he couldn't get by Mount Vernon.
You missed a good one there, I would tell you, Coach.
Now Haywood sets the club down, sends Keepus in motion, and fakes.
He's
Options
gone.
himself to the left side, tries to get outside of the 20, 15, pushed out of bounds on the 15-yard line. Brian Haywood with a gain of about 4. And that brings us back to the original 10-yard marker, about 2nd and 10 now.
Well, what you see is let's go to that hurry-up offense, no huddle, and get them on the line of scrimmage. Ryan Haywood calls the plays, and he's making awful good decisions right now.
6:50 to go, third period. Haywood sets the club down and sends a man in motion. Hands off, ball carrier Brad Haywood. Boy, they're trying to strip it away from him. Haywood has stood up, not much progress, maybe a yard. A lot of battling inside that time, and it'll be 3rd and 9.
Well, he got met by about 6 of the Rams defenders, and they just stood him up and, like you said, tried to strip the ball. That's what you want to do when you're down that deep in your own territory.
A 32-yard pass play to Grant has set up the Aces this close. And now we have the officials calling a timeout. Is it equipment?
Yeah, Swanee's got a little problem with his helmet.
Yep.
Into the game comes Doug Arnold.
I think they were trying to get Swanson in, and he had equipment trouble.
Now the Aces send Grant to the right side. It is 3rd down and about 10, they call it. Line of scrimmage, the Ram 14. Keep us in motion. Haywood hands off. Ball carrier pounds and rolls inside the 10.
Hang on to it.
The
I called him down.
Came down. The ball came out from Baker's hands as he was brought down. So give him progress to the 9, a gain of 5, and it's 4th down from there.
Tell you what, Kyle, run that back on TV. And just to see if the ground caused that fumble. I'm not sure.
Let's get a replay on that.
And you got 5 seconds to do it because the Aces are right back over center.
Yeah.
4th down now for the Aces.
We went so fast that time we couldn't get anybody.
Hey, we've got some confusion. We had 2 linemen leave the game, and we called timeout to avoid problems.
Well, I think Arnold ran out thinking Swanson was running in, and
Swanson was coming out, and then Arnold came out.
So our hurry-up offense kind of got us in trouble
pretty soon
there.
Baker's going to play left guard, and we don't want that on 4th down and 5. All right, timeout. We'll keep it here. 5:46 to go, 3rd quarter. Don't forget the best hour of prep football on the radio is tomorrow from Hog Heaven Barbecue. It's Coach's Corner for the final time this year. Coach's Breakfast. Come on out, enjoy a breakfast at Rick Marshall's place. And ask a question, enjoy the fellowship. It's John Hart, players and fans, live 9 to 9:30. Then the studio show from 9:30 to 10, right here on WSJD.
Well, I tell you, as a coach, you hate to burn 2 timeouts like we just did there, though. One on a silly equipment. I think it was a busted chin strap, and the other one just not getting the right man off and on the field there.
The first one I don't think was charged to us. This one, however, was. And now it is 4th down and 5 to go for the Aces.
There we go, fellas.
Line of scrimmage, the Rams 9. Let's see what Haywood does. Sets the club down. Fans hooping and hollering. Tries to draw them off. Doesn't. Hands off. Vernon gets
right up in here.
Inside the 5. Inside for the... He's on the goal line. Looks like he's got the first down anyway. No signal for the touchdown. He's right on the goal line at the 1, but it's 1st and goal.
Well, we talked about it, late in the second half. You don't lose a lot with him. He's an awful good runner. He's got tremendous power and quickness and speed, and he's kind of overshadowed in that backfield, but he did it at the end of the second half, and he did it right there.
Haywood sets the club down, plunges low over right guard, and has the touchdown.
Nice job.
Ryan Haywood, a 1-yard run, and the Aces have the lead back with 5:31 to go in the 3rd quarter. Mount Carmel 19, Mount Vernon 17.
Well, it was just a nice job of just really pushing the ball in the end zone when you needed a score.
A 1-yard run. And Mount Carmel has the lead back.
And you can't emphasize enough. I like that pace. We really play better when we're playing quicker.
Yeah, I think the coaches learned that last week and went away from it this week. Try to keep their backs off the field, and
Now the point after for A.J. Anderson. Here's the snap. Pull down. The kick is up. Sailing a little bit to the left, but it is good. And Mount Carmel has a 3-point lead. Mount Carmel 20, Mount Vernon 17. Back to Mount Vernon in just a moment.
Oh, no. Gucci, Gucci, goo for the 8th time. Come on, guys. Get serious. I got plans. College? Career?
Cool it, kiddo. They have Security Bank and Trust helping you with a wide range of investment options and professional advice. So your college is set. Shows you what Security Bank and Trust's many years of experience can do.
College is set?
Hey, kid, life can be fun. At your bank for life. Security Bank and Trust.
I'm so happy, I could cry.
What would you give to be more confident? What would you give for the knowledge it takes to move with certainty through every business day?
For just $3.90 a week, the Wall Street Journal gives you the incisive writing, the big picture thinking you need to make better decisions. More confident decisions. Plus, with your paid subscription, you'll get our updated guide to understanding personal finance, 170 pages of great money managing and money-saving ideas, plus our easy-to-use software. That's the guide and the software, a retail value of $18.95, yours free with a 10-week subscription to the Journal. Get the confidence that comes from reading the world's most trusted source of business news and information. Call now, 800-348-1600. That's 800-348-1600 for the Wall Street Journal.
All right, the kick is returned by Jay Tate, left side. Hey, he's got some running room. Jay Tate of Mount Vernon with some running room. He's finally brought down all the way to the 46-yard line. Nice return by the Mount Vernon senior, Jay Tate.
I think that was Brad Haywood on the stop that kind of saved an even longer run back.
This thing's far, far from over. I mean, you're looking at a lot of points going up. This is going to be a 30. It's going to take 32 points to win the game, huh?
Yep. It's been a nice ball game, really. A fine competitive game. Mount Vernon brings it out. Receivers left and right. Quarterback is Cherry. He sets it down with the backs in the deuce on 1st and 10 from his own 46. Long signal count. Fakes a handoff one way. Now comes to Shakari Mays. DeVue grabs him. Hangs on. Finally, they pile him up. He's still not down. Now he's finally brought down at around the 49-yard line of Mount Carmel. A gain of 5.
Boy, Mays, I thought he was set up for about a 5-yard loss. Looked like Lewis had him in the backfield, and he just cut right inside him.
Such a big game, really. It may be non-conference. That's what it reads on the schedule. But this is the difference between a home game and a road game in the first round of the playoffs. Now the Rams bring out Jones wide to the left and Watts wide to the right. Backs are in the deuce for Cherry on 2nd and 5. And Mays goes left side, tries to go back to the middle, gets to the line, and that's it. Aces are there to bring him down. A host of aces. Lewis.
Yeah, Lewis got him that time. He stayed right there and tackled him that time.
Jeremy Bader in on the play. And it's 3rd and 5 now. 4:20 to go, third quarter. Aces 20. Mount Vernon 17. We've scored the last 13 points of the game. Now they switch the receivers. Jones comes wide right. The flanker is Watts to the left. Also another man now. The tight end drops off the left side and makes a little motion towards the middle, kind of sliding sideways. And now he blocks. The handoff is to Stuckey. And it is. He stopped. It'll be 4th down. No gain on the play. That was a weird play.
Well, I think Coach over there just looked down at his scripted list. Well, it's not really scripted. It's just his play list, and thought, well, let's see. B4. We haven't run that play yet, and let's select that on the jukebox this time.
Yeah, the tight end dropped off the line and did a little sideways shuffle towards center, right behind the quarterback, then blocked for the ball carrier, and it went nowhere. 4th down and 4. The Rams are going to give it up. Back to do the punting is Josh Harper. I mean, talk about a man in motion. That was weird. A good kick by Harper. Circling into Jackson. He falls down as he fields that punt cleanly enough, scary enough, at his own 25-yard line.
Well, another nice defensive stand by Mount Carmel. They shut him down. Had one run for 5 yards and then shut him down 2 times in a row for no gain. So.
The kid had more guts than me. I'd have let that ball go, thinking I couldn't even grab it cleanly. All right, the Aces set it up 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. We stop Mount Vernon and have the ball right back after scoring. And Ryan Haywood options to the left side. He's dragged down from behind, but he got a couple of yards.
I think we got away with motion that time.
And the stop made by John Shirley. Nearly jumped on Ryan from behind. Haywood gets a yard, 2nd and 9. Line of scrimmage, the 24. Baxter in the offset, receiver right, flanker right. Now he's in motion. That's Keepus to the left. Haywood keeps himself and uses Keepus as a block. Tries to turn outside of him as Shikari May stays home and brings down Haywood as Ryan thought going outside, thought going inside. And he's brought down to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down.
Well, Mount Vernon's playing run all the way here. You know, they got everybody up on the line, and they're playing Brad Haywood and Ryan Haywood and playing run all the way. So they're going to have to try and complete a pass or two here.
Actually, a gain of 1, 3rd down and 8 now. Haywood calls the signals, and now rolls to the right. The throw looking for Grant. He's wide open, and he can't come up with the ball at midfield. Oh my! He was open by a mile and just couldn't catch it.
Well, I think he got rid of the defender that time, and was somebody looking the other way, maybe. Either that or the guy slipped and fell.
Well, you know,
here's Shikari Mays talking it over on this side of the field with Garana Hawkins. One of those two blew the assignment.
Yeah. Well, somebody did fall down on the coverage that time, and I'm not sure he was helped or.
What field?
Wow, that was the most open Grant's been all year. But we just couldn't make connections, and now it's 4th down, and there's the kick by Rumsey. It will bounce, and they're going to let it bounce and roll to a stop. Mount Vernon's Stuckey will. Inside the 40, right at the 40, let's call it. That's where Mount Vernon takes over. Another good start. They've had good field position most of the night. We started one of our drives from the 10. But this game has been played pretty much in the middle of the field.
Well, you know, getting back to Ryan Haywood and his passing, you know, he's been throwing a lot on the run tonight on rollouts. And even when he's rolling out just like that time, it'd be nice to see him stop and plant and really get a good base to throw from. He had the time to do that, and he's just trying to throw on the run, and it's just awful hard to complete those passes.
Now the Rams bring it out with a slot and a wide receiver to the right side. Baxter in the eye. Strong side left. Cherry calls. And options, keeps himself and hangs on to it himself all the way. Zeb Marcotte brings him down at around the 41. Gain of 2, maybe. 2nd down, Rams. 1:43 to go, 3rd quarter. Mount Carmel 20, Mount Vernon 17.
Well, I was just about ready to say that there'd be a train coming by in a little bit.
Anybody who lives in Mount Carmel wouldn't mind it here at all. The trains come by about as often. Now a receiver and a slot man to the right side. Baxter in the eye, and Cherry's under center on 2nd and 8. And he options now from there, turns up, keeps himself, and gets another yard or two to around the 44-yard line. And that'll bring up 3rd and long for the Rams, about 3rd and 6. 3rd and 7.
Well, they're shuffling linemen in and out again on defense, so they're either trying to keep them fresh or they're...
We're down to 52 seconds to go in the 3rd period. And here come the Rams in the same formation they were in a moment ago, except Cherry drops into the shotgun with the back still in the deuce, spread to his left and right. See if they do that draw. Nope, not this time. Instead, they're going to throw a slant in. It's almost picked off by DeVoe, who was on the run at the time. That would have had 6 all over it. Incomplete, 4th down.
Roughing the passer against Mount Carmel. Big penalty.
Oh, my. Jones wasn't anywhere near that pass on the slant, and DeVoe almost had it. And the fans don't land. Now a penalty on the coach, it looks like.
Yep.
John was walking back to the sidelines when they tossed that flag. So he was not out arguing very forcefully at all.
No, and I'll tell you what, that's
just a very terrible, just a Bush League call by the officials. That unsportsmanlike conduct.
I guarantee you John's done a lot worse things to deserve a penalty there. There's no way he deserves that.
There's a little home cooking here, this unsportsmanlike conduct here. What in the world were they thinking? Yeah, the fans boo and they ought to boo on this one. Oh, my land, a 30-yard walk-off.
Yeah, that's one of those deals where the the head honcho of this crew is going to protect one of his guys. And
holy mackerel, Hart. John didn't do anything.
No.
He argued he stepped 5 feet onto the field and then was going back when they threw the flag on him. Well, that's one of the worst calls we've seen all year. 1st and 10, Mount Vernon with a gift. What will they do? A shuffle fumble. Who's got it?
Incomplete pass.
Incomplete, they say. Shuffle pass, that's a good call. They got that one right. Shuffle pass, incomplete.
We got Swanson down on the ground.
Swanson,
right now.
yep. He's the one that pounced hard on that ball, or one of them. And looks like he came down on his side. Oh, my. What were the officials thinking there? An unsportsmanlike call on Hart on top of the penalty. He wasn't arguing at all. 31 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, and if Mount Vernon scores on this one, with that 15-yard gift from the official, as it is, coach is out looking to Swanson now.
Boy, you don't like to see this. It's late in the game and last game of the year going into the playoffs, and this is a two-way player for us too. Swanson, is our strong side guard on offense and rotates in and out with J.C. Warrington and on defense.
Well, it looks as though they're working on his lower leg, so it's either ankle or maybe a shin, or it doesn't appear as though it's a knee.
Right now, Swanson is laying on his back with his right leg propped up. And they appear to be working on his left ankle right now. John Hart not saying a word out there. Not even looking at the official, and I don't blame him.
Well, see, the problem is, if you get another one, you're out of the game, and you've got to set out the next week.
And with these guys, you can't even look crossways at him because they really let him have it for no apparent reason a moment ago on a real Bush rate call. What could he have possibly said to draw the ire of the officials? Are these guys juveniles? Good grief, if they've heard everything. What could he have said? He was walking backwards. He was walking back to the bench at the time with his back turned when the flag flew from one of the lowlifes in stripes out in the middle of the field.
I think you need to say what you think. I think he was telling them, we're going to stop and eat out here at Steak and Shake on the way if you wanted to come stop by, is what he was wanting to do, but maybe the guy took it wrong.
I guess so. Or they must be really nice people down here in Mount Vernon. They don't hear anything. Not a disparaging word. All right, they're going to help Swanson off the field, and he is favoring his left leg. He's got a player on each side of him, so they're going to have to attend to him over here on the field.
And I believe Mount Vernon's trainers come over to help a little bit. That's a nice little touch there as well.
Well, they've certainly got the Mount Carmel fans wound up into the game. And it is 2nd down. 31.4 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Mount Vernon on the drive thanks to the officials. And Cherry calls the signals with a man in motion. Hands off, and there is Shakari Mays trying to break away down near the 23-yard line, but still a good 3 or 4 yards away from the 1st down. And that'll bring up 4th down now for the Rams. Or is it 3rd?
3rd down.
3rd down now. And we're down to 8 seconds to go. The clock will probably expire here before they get the play off, and it will. So we'll be into quarter number 4 with Mount Vernon. Santa Claus gave them 15 yards. Will they be able to finish it off? We'll be back in a moment. The score, Mount Carmel 20 and Mount Vernon 17. Back in a moment.
What does your bank look like? Today it can look like your telephone with voice banking from Citizens. With your phone, make transfers and get information 24 hours a day. Pay bills.
Waterworks.
Or apply for a loan.
I found this car.
Voice banking. Another example of leading the way by banking your way.
Leading the way, banking your way, Citizens.
What does your bank look like?
When a coach builds a winning football team, he uses quality players. When local contractors start a job, they rely on Mount Carmel Sand and Gravel for quality concrete ready mix. Mount Carmel Sand and Gravel is the only area concrete producer certified with the National Ready Mix Association. Engineers and local industry, like the power plant and Toyota, have come to depend on Mount Carmel Sand and Gravel for quality ready mix concrete. It's the most concrete idea in town. Mount Carmel Sand and Gravel. They say pour it on Aces.
Looking for a great deal on a quality used car? Then look to Bishop Motors in Mount Carmel. Visit their recently expanded inventory of great pre-owned cars, trucks, and vans. Choose from Ford, Dodge, Chrysler, Chevrolet, Buick, Olds, and more. Plus, Bishop Motors offers on-the-spot financing so you can drive your new car away the same day. Old Rodney still needs the money, and he wants to put you in a quality pre-owned vehicle today. All vehicles are of the highest quality and have been thoroughly inspected. There's no better time to see Bishop Motors than now during their huge expansion sale going on now at Bishop Motors, 9th and Poplar Streets, Mount Carmel.
Glass and Body Shop, 315 West 6th Street. Give them a call at 262-5976.
All right, we begin the fourth quarter. Handoff, and powering for yards is the fullback, Ryan Tracy, reaching out with his left hand, trying to get the yardage for the first down, and he's very close to the marker at around the 19-yard line of Mount Carmel. And they may call for a measurement here. Yep, here come the chains.
It's about 3 inches short, I think.
That means it's about a foot long. It looks like it should be short. It was a good spot by the officials on Tracy's run. He reached out with his left hand trying to get an extra yard or two. And you know what? That is extremely close.
That's caulk.
And he did not make it by about a centimeter.
Well, that's 3 inches, isn't it? I'm not up on this metric stuff.
Is that what it is? You're the teacher. A centimeter short. And it is fourth down. Fourth and this close.
Come on, somebody fire through there.
Early in the fourth quarter, Mount Vernon with the ball, trying to run it.
Close it down.
From here, quarterback hands off, plunges, has the first down with a little move over the left guard to around the 17-yard line. And the drive continues. First and 10 for the Rams. And now the official calls, or Mount Vernon calls a timeout. We'll keep it here. 11:32 to go. It is Mount Carmel leading Mount Vernon 20-17. Well, the Rams had a 17-7 lead in the first half. Mount Carmel countered just before halftime with a great little counter drive that Ryan Haywood culminated with a 2-yard run. The kick failed with 51 seconds to go in the second quarter. It was 17-13 at halftime. And then Ryan Haywood finished off the drive in the third quarter to put the Aces ahead with a 1-yard run. And remember now, we had a fourth down run, and Benham did a wonderful job on that fourth down conversion. It was fourth and about 5. And we got it all the way to the 1-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you, there's been big plays. I mean, there's been big downs. I mean, this is a really good test for us going into the tournament here. That, you know, hey, this is the kind of atmosphere you're going to see in the tournament, and you got to make plays when it's game time.
And this is oh so important a game. We win, we host. We lose, we go in the first round of the playoffs. It's that simple. So such a big game for a non-conference game. First and 10 for Mount Vernon. Cherry calls the signals. The deep pitch to Shakari Mays. Tries to skate outside. And will. And he's going to score the touchdown. Or will he? They have given him the touchdown, and he scored, and that puts Mount Vernon in front 26-17. I never did see an official call a touchdown.
No, they said he stepped out of bounds.
He did step out of bounds. Good. Well, I never did see a call. And he stepped out of bounds, and they're going to mark him, in fact, further back than that guy's at about the 3.
Right.
So he did step out of bounds. The crowd over in Mount Vernon thought he'd scored. But he stepped out of bounds, roaming to the right sidelines. Now the Rams have it first and goal, though, after the 14-yard run. And there's a handoff. Tracy almost bobbles the ball as he tries the left side of the line, reaching out again, but that was a dangerous move there. He's down to around the 1-yard line. Second and goal. Boy, he almost lost that ball. Second and goal for the Rams. They trail by 3, 20-17. Mount Vernon trying to get the lead back.
Well, Stuckey or Mays got to carry the ball here for them, huh?
Stuckey is back there along with Mays. He's in motion to the left. Strong side left. And there's a handoff instead to Tracy, dragging one of the Aces with him. Touchdown. I think Benham grabbed him low, but he can only get a shoe top. And Tracy scored from there. Ryan Tracy puts Mount Vernon back in front, 23-20, with 10:48 to go. Nice ball game. Now, the onus is back on the Aces after the 1-yard run by Tracy. But this will forever be remembered as a tainted drive by the Rams because of a real cheap, unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Hart that gave him 15 yards and 30 yards actually on the one play because there was another penalty. Now the point after try by Josh Harper. Here's the snap. Ball down. The kick is up. Aces went for the block. It is good. And that gives the Rams a 24-20 lead with 10:48 to go. We'll be back to Mount Vernon in just a moment.
Success is obtained by hard work, dedication, and integrity. The winning football team must have strength, dedication, and a commitment to go the extra mile in order to maintain a successful and traditional winning season. Lawyers must maintain the same principles. The law firm of Woodcock & Klein, P.C. do personal injury cases, corporate estate planning, domestic matters, and maintain a general practice of law in all state and federal courts. George W. Woodcock and Richard L. Klein have always supported the athletic programs at the Mount Carmel High School, and they extend their best wishes for a successful season for the Golden Aces.
Rogers Supply, 510 West 9th Street, is a proud supporter of Golden Aces football. Come to Rogers and check out their Purina feed. They stock all kinds of feed for all kinds of animals. Rogers is also your Bass Pro Shop with all the tackle you'll need to catch the really big ones. They have plastic worms, grubs, spinnerbaits, buzzbaits, crankbaits, or you can order out of the Bass Pro catalog. Rogers Supply also carries Lake of the Woods footwear. It's all at Rogers Supply, West 9th Street, Mount Carmel. Go Aces!
Committed to quality. It's a pretty simple statement, but at Wabash General Hospital, it means so much more. Committed to quality is Wabash General's promise to stay abreast of modern medical treatment and technology, provide kind and compassionate care, and maintain the high standards of medical excellence that the community expects and deserves. Wabash General provides modern medical technology, a highly skilled staff, and a commitment to our community to offer quality, compassionate care close to home. That's Wabash General Hospital, Mount Carmel.
Rumsey gets outside to around the 36. Rumsey on the return for the Aces out to his own 36-yard line. And Mount Carmel takes over from there, trailing in the ball game 24-20 here in the fourth quarter.
Well, it'll be interesting to see who they put in for Swanson when they go on offense here. I'm looking to see if I can pick up.
Might be Doug Arnold, and it will be.
Yeah, 79, Doug Arnold.
Arnold will take over at left guard for the injured Swanson. 1st and 10 Aces. Wing to the right side. Big hole for the running back. Haywood powering over left tackle. And for the first down all the way to the 48-yard line, a gain of 11.
I tell you what they did. They moved Philip Lang to strong side guard. He's right next to Snow, and put Arnold in his natural position, which is quick side guard. He rotates in and out with Swanson.
1st and 10. Receiver to the left side. Wing that away too. Haywood sets the club down. Strong side right. There's Benham in motion. And Haywood options. Turns over. Right tackle. Has some running room. First down.
He's gone. No way.
25, 20, 15. They're going to bump him out. Shakari Mays is too fast. But Haywood bumped out at around the 13-yard line of Mount Vernon.
Boy, there again, another great read by Brian Haywood. He just he read the defensive tackle, tucked the ball, and ran. Headed for the outside.
39 yards for Ryan Haywood on the option right. And now the Aces set it up 1st and 10 from the Ram 12.5.
That puts Ryan at 110 yards tonight.
Mount Vernon trying to get a player off the field, and what are they going to call?
Got to call timeouts, what they're going to call.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, they haven't moved the chains yet. The chains hadn't moved, so Mount Vernon got a chance to get the players off the field. Okay, it's 1st and 10. We were going to get them for offsides here. As it is, back to business. Ryan Haywood keeps. He swarmed under for a loss. Big defensive play by the Rams' John Shirley. Back of the 15-yard line. Loss of 2.
Boy, Ryan's really giving the ref the business, too. He got his face mask, and he didn't see it. And I tell you, they've missed some calls tonight, these boys have.
10 minutes to go in the game. Well, they missed that one apparently, and it's 2nd down and 12. Now Haywood hands off. Keepus dives back forward to around the 10-yard line, maybe inside of that mark, about 5 big yards. And it'll be third down.
Well, I tell you, nice job by Philip Lang at Snow, really firing off the ball and getting on their guy. They moved Phil to the strong side when Swanson went down, and he's really getting off on the ball well. He's really fired up.
It's third down and 7 for the Aces. Haywood sets it down, fakes, turns it up himself, gets outside to the 5. He's going to try to get in. He rolls his way to the end zone, but he did not get in. He is to the 1-yard line, and it's a first down for Mount Carmel.
Boy, Nick Snow just drove his man 10 yards down the field.
Well, and same way with Phil Lang, he really got into his guy and really turned him around, and they ran right in behind him. But both these guys, look at Snow. He's really fired up. He's been banged up tonight.
And now Haywood tries to plunge. Yes, touchdown!
Oh, nice job,
on
line.
the keeper. 1 yard for Haywood. The Aces on a quick 63-yard drive, and we have the lead back with 9:28 to go in the game. That surge took 1 minute and 20 seconds.
Boy, that's the way to step up to the plate and really deliver when the chips are down. You lose a two-way player to an injury. You move a guy over from one side of the line to the other, and just a nice job.
A 1-yard run. And the Aces lead it by 2 now, 26-24. Now we're having a little trouble scrambling people on the field for the point after. Here comes Woodcock onto the field. No, now he's going to come back off. We're going to set and go for 2 to try to get 4 points up here on the board. And here is the play.
Important
Haywood
play.
hands off. Keepus tries to run in. Yes!
That's
the 2-point conversion out of confusion. And the Aces now lead by 4. So that takes the field goal out of the game for now. 28-24.
Well, that's a really important conversion there because they've got a really good field goal. They've already kicked 1 field goal tonight, so you know that puts us up by 4. Takes a touchdown to beat us now. But you got to really like the job the line did on the drive down the field. They really got fired up. You can't say enough about them.
Hey, you get on Nick Snow's shoulders and let's go run.
Well, Philip Lang, he's been on what we call the quick side, which would be the weak side, the wide receiver side all year long. And, they run the majority of their plays to the strong side. You've got him in class, I know, and he's the type of kid that can get fired up anyhow. So they move him to the strong side. He knows these big backs are running right in behind him, and he's just that type of kid. He just really fired off the ball.
And we didn't miss a beat there. I mean, we're marching down the field.
What a dandy game this has been. I think the Aces angered by the way Mount Vernon got that touchdown, and we just rolled down the field in immediate response, much like we did at the end of the first half.
Well, Smitty's running the sidelines. He's getting these guys fired up. He's really got his linemen all fired up, and he's doing a nice job.
Well, there's a lot of game left, though, here. Mount Vernon will get the ball now.
Keep it away from these two guys.
And here is the kick, a dribbler down the middle of the field, and it will roll instead to Jay Tate. He has it at around the 25 to around the 30, 35, and that's it.
Well, our defense has done a pretty good job since the middle of the second quarter, so they got to step up now and really stop these guys. We need to get the ball back.
Only one breakaway run for a score by the Rams all night. That came with 2:43 to go in the second quarter. Stuckey, a 56-yard run. That put Mount Vernon ahead, 17-7. The Aces countered, grabbed the lead back. Mount Vernon got the lead back. Now we have it back with 9:24 to go in the game, 28-24. Back and forth, this one is gone. Well, the Rams set it up now. Receivers left and right. Cherry will operate on 1st and 10 with a deuce backfield set, and he's out of the shotgun. And he hands off. Oh, that was terribly put together. Brewer right there.
Yeah, so was the sophomore, McCray.
A host of others, and the ball carrier went nowhere. Looks like he may be hurt. Sha'Carri Mays gets up very slowly.
Well, we talked earlier about Curtis McCray. He's getting more and more time. He's just a very physically talented kid playing defensive tackle. And I tell you, he smelled that out from the start and just dropped him for a 4-yard loss.
Now, I realize the concept of the draw, but what in the world happened there? That was really too slow of a play.
Too much defensive pressure.
Yeah.
Well, you get away with that once in a game, maybe. You hardly get away with a draw like that twice in a game.
Well, they set it up the same with a slot to the left side now. 2 receivers, and Cherry wants to throw that way. He does. Fires. Is it caught? Yes. Yep. Reaching down. Nice catch by the wideout Watts on a little comebacker at around the 37-yard line, and that still leaves the Rams 3rd and long, 3rd and 8.
Well, they just flood the zone over there with 3 receivers out here, and they keep their backs in to block, and that's just a tough route to defend.
Well, and we'll take that all night long, throwing the ball, throwing it behind the receiver, having him go down to his knees to catch it. So one day in high school, you can't pick it up and run with it after you catch it on your knees like that. You're down.
8:07 to go in the game. A very entertaining affair here tonight in Mount Vernon. Now the Rams have 2-3 receivers to the left. And out of the shotgun, Cherry. They're in on him. D put pressure on him. The pass is caught. First down by the Rams. If it's a catch, yes, it is. Over here on the near sidelines of the 45. Complete to Travon Watts. First down, Rams. And a big third down pass conversion.
Well, I hope they don't try to run outside going back to the wide side of the field in that formation. Yeah, they put trips to the wide to the narrow side, run a left hash, and wow.
I mean, they don't follow any rules or any thought process. They just do anything, don't they? But, you know, in high school ball, I'm not sure that is throw convention out the window and you stand just as good a chance to win.
Now.
Yep, here they go. They've got two receivers to the short side of the field. Now Mays to the wide side. In the shotgun by himself, the quarterback.
Looking for Mays.
He fires long for Mays down the right sidelines. He's got it, and around the 35, turns it up to the 30. Now he's brought down, and around the 30-yard line, Mays with the catch and a first down for the Rams. A 25-yard pass play.
Well, you knew when they ran him out there that they were probably going to throw to him, so Lewis took off after him, but just a little bit late.
And it wasn't a very well thrown ball. It stayed in the air forever.
Yeah, it was a dying swan.
Yeah, he's got a slow delivery. It takes him about 3 beats to wind her up and let her go.
Are you okay?
I think I am, yeah.
The Gremlins tried to rear the regular heads here a moment ago. You're okay, Rick?
Hey, as technically correct as you've been tonight, no way.
What was the gain on that, Scott?
It was 27 yards to the Aces 28. 7:14 to go in the game. Now Cherry operates out of the shotgun again.
Here we come.
And we come in with everyone. Cherry gets it off over the middle. Pass is caught off a deflection, maybe of a shoulder pin to Ryan Flota. And a first down inside the Aces 15 down to the 12-yard line.
Boy, they were very, very fortunate there. We came with the left side backer that time, and they slipped right at the line of scrimmage. I think he'd have gotten there.
Yeah, Joe D broke through a free and clear and then slipped on this wet field.
My, oh, my. That bounced somewhere, that ball did, didn't it? And Flota then picked it up off of whatever. And down to the 12 of the Rams. 1st and 10 now. They've done this drive in the air.
What'd they pick up that time?
Oh, boy.
8.
6:55 to go. And it's 1st and 10. Handoff. Mays brought down at the line. Not much there. And who's got that leg tackle? It is, as he gets up off the stack. They give it to Brewer, and that's who it was. Brewer, as it was, a 1-yard gain, but that's it for Mays. At the 11-yard line. The parents down yelling now, chanting, defense. This has been a great ball game. Mount Carmel leads 28-24, 6:17 to go in the game. We have to win this game if we're going to host a first-round game. And here is Cherry under center.
Fakes.
Rolls to the right. They're in on him. He's going to run it out himself. Yes, he keeps it inside the... Oh, he scored the touchdown. They say he rolled across the goal line for the TD. Cherry puts Mount Vernon back ahead.
Well, J.C. Warnkin got caught inside that time. They blocked him down, and he was coming, got knocked inside, and it was wide open to the outside.
Yep, and really a blind side run. It was all Cherries on that one. And 11 yards, and Mount Vernon leads again, 30-28. Wow, what a game. 6:01 to go. Back and forth we've gone tonight. And now trying for the point after is Josh Harper. This would give Mount Vernon a 3-point lead. Here's the snap. Ball down. The kick is up. He has plenty, and that makes it 31-28. Mount Vernon leads. We'll keep it here. 6:01 to go in the game.
Well, you're going to see a little fast break football here. You watch this. We'll crank it up, and you're going to see us right back on the football. Those guys running a change better get loosened up a little bit here.
Well, we're used to going with no huddle and hurry up football. That's that's our concept anyhow. So this is made for order here. 6 minutes to go in the game, and we need a touchdown to win. So
the Aces trail by 3 points here, 31-28. What a wild game. We've had more lead changes in a game and maybe in the last many, many years. This has been wild. The Aces trying to avoid their worst regular season finish since 1978. Trying to avoid their 3rd loss. Even with 3, though, it looks like we're going to get in with room to spare, but definitely a road game if we go 6-3. If we win 7-2 this year, we'll get us a home game. Many years it would not. But because the Southern Illinois end of things is so wide open. Here's the kick by Harper.
What a kick.
Good kick taken by, is it Johns?
Yep.
At around the 15, 20, 25, and to around the 30 before he is stacked up there. So the Aces start from their own 31 with 5:54 to go in the game.
Well, is this going to be one of those proverbial whoever has the ball last wins kind of night?
Well, I think, we got some big play players on offense, and I think right now is when we may get a chance to see one of them make one of those big plays, either a long run by a Brad Haywood or maybe a long pass completion by Ryan.
The last time the Aces trailed, it took them 1:20 to answer the charge. What will happen this time? Haywood sets the club down from his own 31 and hands off. No, keeps himself. Turns it, gets a yard or two to around the 34, 2nd and 7 for the Aces.
And Mount Vernon's made some adjustments at halftime, done a pretty good job of shutting that end of our option down a little bit.
5:40 to go, the clock running. Line of scrimmage, the Mount Carmel 34. Haywood sends.
They got too many guys on the field.
Wide receiver to the right, do they?
Nope.
And there's a handoff. Ball carrier blows through. Keepa spins his way to the first down on the spin move over the 40 to the 43-yard line.
Well, that's what you like to see out of a runner too late in the game when we don't need any turnovers. Josh Keepa's got both hands on the ball running through the line of scrimmage.
He was bumped, would not go down. Instead, spun his way for an extra 4 yards and a first down. And a gain of about 9, 1st and 10 for the Aces. Receiver left. Now a flanker in motion to the right. Haywood options right. Turns it outside. Baker blocks. Haywood gets about 4 or 5 on an excellent option run in closed quarters to the 49-yard line.
Well, there again, another nice read by Haywood. He just pulled the ball at the last second, went around the end. Baker didn't get much of a block. He just got in the way, but he did his job well enough to pick up 4 or 5 yards.
And 2nd down and 5, a short 5 for the Aces. We're down to 4:58 to go in the game. Receiver left, flanker in motion to the right. That's Baker. Haywood hands off. Big hole. First down. Run. All the way inside the 45 to the 44-yard line. Another first down for the Aces, this time with a run of Keepas.
Well, that's what you want with the game on the line. You want the ball in either Keepas' hands or either one of the Haywoods, and that's what we've seen this drive all the way down the field. So both hands on the ball, power running straight up the field.
A gain of 6. Line of scrimmage, the 43 of Mount Vernon. Here's Haywood, sends Baker in motion, hands off Brad Haywood, powerful fullback to the 40 on the dive, gain of about 3, 2nd down.
Well, this Joe Crocker at middle linebacker's done a nice job of really shutting Brad down tonight, though. Every time he's got the ball and went through the line, number 57's met him right in the hole and really shut him down pretty good tonight.
Let's give him a gain of 4, 2nd and 6 for the Aces now. Line of scrimmage, the Ram 40. Receiver left. Man in motion. Haywood fakes. Now options. Leg tackle. Dives forward and gets some progress near the marker to around the 36. Good dive by Haywood to get every last yard he could.
Yep.
3rd and short. 3rd and about 2, a long 2, call it 3.
You know, I've got no more room on this stat sheet. That's 25 carries for him. What do I do here?
He can't carry the ball anymore.
Okay.
But don't tell John. Don't tell John. He might do it anyway. 3rd down. And Haywood calls the signals. Baker in motion to the right. Handoff. Keepas. Big hole. First down again for Keepas. Followed his blockers back through the middle. And first down to the 30 of Mount Vernon.
And what you see on that play is, I told you, they shut Brad down up the middle running the ball, but he makes some crushing blocks on the defensive ends on them power plays like that. Just really knocks him out of the game.
6 yards for Keepas. Nervous time on Mount Vernon bench as the Aces drive continues. Haywood options. Gets away from one. He's got a first down. Maybe. Nope, they're going to call him out around the 21-yard line or so. Boy, beautifully done. Once he shook the one man who was assigned to him, it looked like he was going to run for a while. Then he got pumped out.
Ryan has done a great job the last 2 games of really reading the defense well. He's really got good control and a great grasp of this offense to know when to pull the ball and when to give it.
Gain of 9.
138 yards.
Wow. Haywood hands off. Big hole. Brad Haywood's going to score.
That's a big play.
Touchdown. Brad Haywood scores.
Well, you can shut him down, and then all of a sudden he cracks off that big run. So what a money player. Let me tell you, that's a great run.
A 21-yard run by Haywood, and Mount Carmel has the lead back.
I tell you that they've shut him down the whole game, and you just somewhere along the line he's going to get his yards. He had 800 yards coming into the game, and you just don't get those by accident.
3:34 to go in the game. The Aces took 2 minutes and 27 seconds to score.
Personal foul.
Too soon.
Personal foul
on who?
Mount Vernon.
Good. On Mount Vernon. So they'll attempt that, and they'll assess that on the kickoff, right? 21-yard touchdown for Brad Haywood, and Mount Carmel leads 34-31.
I don't think Brad had 20 yards going into that carry, did he? They've really shut him down all night. So,
What a powerful run. He stepped to the right side and was gone.
Well, he's just got tremendous foot speed along with that power, and it just, if you miss him once, you don't get a second chance.
Now the Aces are going to do what? Now, why are we going for 2 here? 34-31. All right, here we go. Let's hope we make it. Haywood keeps it, and no, he did not make it. He got repelled at the 1 and stopped short. Looked like he had an easy beat on it, but Mount Vernon came up quickly, and what a stop by Tracy. Well, that gives Mount Vernon a chance to tie the game with Josh Harper.
Well, I think they dropped Haywood just as he was getting ready to pitch the ball, and he didn't get the pitch off and dropped him for no gain there.
3:34 to go. In the game, Mount Carmel left clinging to a 34-31 lead.
Well, that's a great job by the offensive line and the offense in general just to get the ball down the field. No penalties that time, no fumbles. Really, both hands on the ball by all the runners. And I tell you, just a lot of the little things they did on that drive that mean so much. Brad Haywood getting the block on the end on our power runs outside, and then, they pull it and pull it and pull it, and they finally give it to him, and he gets a 20-yard touchdown run. So, there's just a lot of weapons in this offense.
What a game, huh? 34-31 Aces. 3:34 to go.
How many points did I say it would take to win?
32. That may not be enough.
Well, I'm right either way because now,
you're right.
I said whoever's got the ball last,
you're right.
or 32, so
you got it.
I can't go wrong.
Well, Mantu had to.
I was going to say that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. Another John Madden. Another John Madden. Yeah.
All right, we've got to kick it off now. And here is the boot. It'll bounce. Taken by Stuckey, though, and around his 28, 30, 35. Took it inside. Looked for a moment like he might have a cut and a lane, but he's down at the 40. First down for Mount Vernon.
Jeff Tomlinson stepped in there and made that stop. Nice job.
Well, here we go. Some defense time now. 3:29 to go. Remember, Harper kicked a 30-yard field goal. Didn't have a lot more than 30 yards, but on distance at the time. But he has kicked a field goal already tonight, so we know they're capable. Maybe Mount Vernon's coach will be crafty and figure it's the 9th game, I'm going for the win. And we'll stop him. All right, here we go. Backs are in the deuce slant left. And there's a hand up back to the right side. Stuckey cut down right at the line of scrimmage.
And Mays didn't come out of his stance at all in the backfield that time. Stood straight up and watched the play.
Well, he's tired. He's tired.
Wow.
A gain of 1, 2nd down and 9. Line of scrimmage, the 41. Clock running, 3:05 to go in the game.
They're taking their time.
They are taking their time, aren't they? Now to the left side comes Watts. Jones goes to the right. Backs are in the deuce, slant left. Cherry looks around at his backs, takes his time, calling the signals.
We're going.
2:47, and there
nice
is
job, defense.
Mays kind of.
We got the ball. We got the ball.
And it's a fumble, is it? Well, I haven't seen that call yet. Nope.
Okay.
Looks like he just simply went down. Mays kind of slipped out on his own, but we were right there anyway on him. And now we're down to 3rd down and 12. Boy, Mount Vernon took their time on the last play, and here they're walking back to the huddle. 2:23, and the clock's running.
That guy can't kick a 70-yarder, can he?
What are these guys thinking here? They don't have any Troy Aikmans at the helm.
Well, I'll tell you, another nice job by Curtis McCray, too. He really got in there on that last play and really messed things up.
Now 3 receivers to the left side out of the shotgun. Cherry takes his time with a signal. We're down to 2:04 as he takes the snap. Here he wings it. Pass is caught by Jones.
Job.
And they do register a catch. Good hit by the Aces, Lewis.
Kept him in bounds.
No first down, so the clock will keep running.
Yeah. Kept him in bounds.
Big play here.
Down at the 46. 4th down and 4. Look at these guys.
We talked about Sammy DeVue when they moved into free safety. He's a great, big, strong kid, a heavy hitter.
Hey, guys, the game's over there. Our guys are all wanting the fans to get cheering. Watch the game. 4th down and 4.
Well, that's a big play by Sammy DeVue to keep him in bounds.
To the short side, 3 receivers go that way. We're down to 1:23 to go.
They're going.
And here is Cherry.
Zeb's there with him this time.
Backs up.
Oh, yeah.
Pass is caught.
No, first down.
Let's see where they spot. He's right on the marker. He's right on the marker.
We're standing right on it, fellas.
With Nathan Jenkins.
What kind of spot are they going to give him?
Oh, my. He's
No,
right
he didn't get it.
on the chain.
That's going to be short. That's going to be awful close.
It's going to be really close, guys.
It's short, guys. Trust me.
1:12
Trust
to go.
me. It's short.
Now, wait a minute. We're in Mount Vernon.
Trust me.
1:12 to go.
I'm right on it.
Well,
I'm right on it.
Do you own a pizza joint here?
Yeah.
I don't think you got any pull here, guy.
That's short by 3 slices of pepperoni.
I believe he's right. I believe he's right. That's short.
Yep. Oh, my, is it ever.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah,
Aces take over. We've won the game. The Aces take over, and a measurement helps decide the outcome here.
Yeah.
Oh, my. Jenkins was so close.
What a hit. Well, let me tell you, credit Sammy DeVue, the play before that, with making the big hit, not only keeping the guy in bounds, but stopping him short. And that was the defensive play of the game for me. That was a great stop there, but Sammy really stepped up and made a hit.
I believe that might have been Jake Lewis, too, though. That was a big hit, though. Big play.
And the official reminding Mount Carmel, we got to keep playing the game here. We were so busy celebrating, we got to get a team out there on offense. 1st and 10. 1:12 to go in the game. Now.
Well, they'll have to run some plays here. I think Mount Vernon's got some timeouts, so they'll run a couple plays.
Haywood comes over center. Backs are in the offset with a wing to the left. This has been a great ball game. Haywood keeps, plunges forward, down and around the Mount Vernon 46.
Well, take a timeout. Why aren't they taking a timeout?
1 minute to go. 2nd down and 8, unless they're going to wait till they get us in 3rd down and then take a timeout. They're going to be 30 seconds to go then.
Have they used their other timeouts? I didn't see them use a timeout
well, they've used one, haven't they, in the second half? Didn't they use one here? Yeah, they stopped the clock. Remember? Well, I thought they did. Haywood takes his time. We're down to 40 seconds to go. He's watching the sidelines. Lee Colvin says, go. Now he steps over center. And, the official threw the flag.
Gosh darn it.
Now, I think he kind of gave I think he's a little fast on that flag. Lee Colvin's got the time on the sidelines. But we can't even argue. We can't get a peep on the sidelines. We've already had a flag thrown. And that will cost the Aces 5 yards. Really doesn't make too much difference at this point anyway. 31.4 seconds to go. And back to the 47 we are. 2nd down. Now the clock won't start until the snap. Haywood calls. Handoff. Ball carrier Keepus. Skates outside to the left side and almost broke it for a 1st down. Is he out of bounds?
Yep.
With the 24.8 to go. And that is Keepus at the Mount Vernon 45. 24.8. Now Mount Vernon will probably call a timeout. If they've got one at the end of the... Well,
they must be out of timeouts. I don't know why they just let it.
They might, if they've got one, they'll use it after this play, one might imagine. You would think. Haywood keeps himself and gets a yard. And they call the timeout with 20.5 to go. It'll be 4th down. Is that their 2nd or their 1st for the half? 4th down. Aces trying to win to finish 7-2 in the regular season and guarantee the 1st round home game in the playoffs.
I'm telling you guys, this thing isn't over yet. I mean, they've got, with the weapons they got, return punts now.
Yeah. Are we going to kick it? Do they have any more timeouts? Well, we better do it anyway, right? Yeah. They'd probably get play even if we tried something fancy. But if they've got another timeout, we got to get rid of it anyway. That wouldn't make any difference on 4th down. What am I saying? We just got to get rid of it.
Yep.
4th down. We're looking at some options, though. We're going to talk everything over, tell them what to do. We better block, huh? They're going to send everybody. Or might they? Or would they just set for the return with their speedsters back there? Or do we not even kick it their way? Kick it completely away from them. Kick it out of bounds.
And then I'll tell you.
I mean, there's a lot of things to think about
Punter's
here.
coming in, so we're going to punt it.
Okay, we're going to punt it. No one really deep for the Rams. Stuck. Now Stuckey drops back. Here's Baker. He checked. Now we're going to call timeout. Rumsey was back in punt formation. Marcotte was in the middle. Baker was in motion to the right. Now we called timeout.
I'll tell you what, if nobody goes with Baker that time, we might
go on the fake.
We might just fake it to Haywood and then look for the little pass.
And we could waste the timeout. We were going to see if they fell for it, huh? How about that? 20.2 seconds to go. The wheels are turning here in Mount Vernon. Mount Carmel trying to hang on, 34-31, a 21-yard run by Haywood. Meaning Brad, with 3:34 to go in the game, has provided this difference.
You know, we've seen more emotion here in the last 2 minutes probably from this squad than we've seen all year.
Yeah.
You know, which is a really good sign. I mean, that's that time of year you need to be playing your good football, and you need to be playing your best right now, and we'll certainly do that.
Well, now tomorrow night we'll find out who the Aces play. In the playoffs, we'll have live coverage here on WSJD, simulcast on TV 12. Replays of this game are at 10 a.m. Saturday and 4 p.m. Sunday on TV 12. Now it looks like we're going to give it up. Stuckey at the back at his own 25. Rumsey calls the signals. Good snap. There's the kick. We kick it way away from the Mount Vernon returners. Hey, look at this roll. Down to the 20, down to the 15, down to the 12.
Nice punch,
done. Rumsey with a marvelous punt down by Mount Vernon. They've got 88 yards to go and 8.3 seconds to do it.
I'll tell you what, and it was a nice job on the coverage team, but they didn't touch the ball. Finally, Mount Vernon came in to touch it and wasted a little, 3-4 more seconds.
Yeah.
Great execution down the stretch.
Why did they even touch the ball themselves? All right, 8.3 to go. Maybe 2 plays.
2 Hail Marys.
You know, they probably figure all they've really got to do is get it down. How close do you think? Maybe the 20 and let him try a 37-yard field goal? He needs to get it to the 10, perhaps, right?
Boy, what a clutch punt, though, by Shane Rumsey there. I mean, good snap from center by Tomlinson. That's a lot of pressure on you. 20 seconds to go in the game, and they're coming after you. And not only does he get the snap back in good shape, the punt's off, and it ends up on the 12-yard line inbounds.
What a great ball game tonight. 8.3 seconds to go. Let's see what Mount Vernon does here. Cherry will be in the shotgun with no one there with him. The Rams have 3 on pattern to the short side.
5 guys.
A receiver and a wing to the right side. 5 guys. We send everybody. He gets rid of it. Down the field. Picked off.
Yeah, baby. Jake Lewis goes
to the 20. Slides down. Game over. Aces win. Lewis, the interception to finish the game and finish the regular season. And we are probably going to get a home game in the first round. What a wild finish. Aces hang on and beat Mount Vernon 34-31. Woo! Is that a game or what?
What a game.
Man, oh man, oh man. Aces finished 7-2 for the regular season. Wow. Mount Vernon, I tell you what, I don't know if I want to play these guys if they come in 8-0 with the schedule they play. They're not the usual 3 and 5 guys that we see. They were something.
Well, again, we executed what we needed to and had some big plays tonight, and that's only going to propel us for the right end of this tournament.
Yep, this is the kind of challenge we needed, and we surmounted it tonight, winning in Mount Vernon. What a wild game. 34-31. We'll be back in a moment.
Honey, this is a lot of luggage to take to the lake.
Most folks pack a lot of hopes and dreams into their retirement plans. But if you want to make it to that destination in style, talk to Security Bank and Trust. We'll get you there. After all, we put people on the road to retirement for a lot of years.
Hawaii?
Honolulu.
Oh, honey, thank you.
Life can be fun. At your bank for life, Security Bank and Trust.
For the professional electrical service that you deserve, call S.K. Smith Electrical Contractors. S.K. Smith has been providing the Wabash Valley region with commercial, residential, and industrial lighting for over 10 years. S.K. Smith also provides electrical service for farms and oil fields. Our trained and courteous technicians are always there for minor electrical repairs, troubleshooting, or even industrial wiring. Don't trust the safety of your family or co-workers to just anyone. Call S.K. Smith today. SK Electric, your fully bonded electrical contractors.
When it comes to your vehicle, there are two names in Mount Carmel you need to know: Shocks Glass and Body and Deck Hill Battery. At Shocks, Paul Rosignol and the crew offers free estimates on your damage, then the expertise and know-how to fix it right the first time. Deck Hill Battery is your all-pro auto parts store, stocking a full array of auto parts. Whatever you're looking for, Deck Hill is bound to have it. When it comes to your car or truck, don't settle on second best. Trust Shocks Glass and Body Shop, 315 West 6th Street, and Deck Hill Battery, 305 Market Street, Mount Carmel.
And I tell you, Scott, it's going to be interesting to get his comments on the players of Hey, like I say, we're back with a wild, hey, John, a wild game tonight. That's one of the best high school football games I've seen in a long, long time.
Man, I tell you what, I didn't think that thing was ever going to get over. It was scary, and I tell you what, I was as scared with 8 seconds left as I was, in the first quarter. We just really we probably pulled every boner in the world to get ourselves in a lot of trouble, but we finished it off and played with a lot of guts, played without one of our best players, Seth Swanson. I mean, there at the end, Doug Arnold stepped in, and just a great team effort. And, Ryan, any other game, I think he probably passed us for 300 yards against these guys, but he was just really off stride. So he just came back and ran it, and I think that's the reason why he's the best player in our conference.
Well, you talked about the injury. You switched Lang, put him back to the strong side with Snow and Boy in that drive right at the injury. You didn't miss a beat. I mean, it's just right down the field.
Philip Lang's been probably the most improved player on this team. He's done a great job, played great intensity, hits a ton. But, the mic's not on.
There we go. There we go. Now we're up. Now we're up. Back here with Coach Hart. Coach Hart, a big win tonight. Wild game here from Mount Vernon.
It was about as wild as it gets, like we just said. It's one of those games where the last team that gets the ball is going to win, and they had a last that scared me half to death. But, I really love the character and heart that these kids displayed. And I tell you what, defending Mount Vernon's a bear. I don't know how anybody stopped those guys, because whatever you do, you're kind of wrong at. And Coach Kurst put his kids in good positions, and it was just great to get a hard-earned victory. And like you said, Seth Swanson went down, and that was huge to us because he was just blocking his butt off. And I would say he's not going to play the next game either. And Doug Arnold stepped in, and Phil Lang went over and played his position. And we said, boys, we're running right here. We don't have a choice, and we still got away with it.
We had some big plays both on offense and defense. It was a tournament-type atmosphere at times. You had some big downs. Your thoughts on the big play?
Well, I think what you said is huge. It was like we were playing in the playoffs. So I would think that no matter what the score is, our kids are going to feel like they got a chance of winning in the playoffs in any one game. So I like our chances. We're playing our best football right now. Like I said, I didn't see a lot of things that were going out there that we were getting called on, and nothing really the things we haven't been called on all year. We had several holding calls, and the late hits, I really didn't see them. Did you guys see them from up there?
Not a one, Coach, not a one.
Oh, good. That's a good reporter right there. So we'll watch them on film. I didn't see it, and the thing we were complaining about was that they were jumping on top of Ryan at the end of plays, and we weren't getting that call, and then they were getting calls, against their quarterback. But it's one of those deals where you're just happy as heck to get a win and help your seeding in the playoffs.
Well, your kids play with a lot of motion, and your thoughts headed into the playoffs.
But we've seen some great step-up players tonight, and that's the biggest thing. And I think we got momentum going for us. I don't think these kids believe there's anybody they can't beat, and that's what you got to believe. I mean, they just, we may be in it for 5 games, we may be in it for 1 game, but I know one thing: we're going to put it all out on the field, and that's all you can ask for.
Well, your thoughts on who we may play, as wild as this playoff picture has been. Your thoughts after this week?
Well, what I heard before the game was that it was in the IHSA that the Chicago public schools had 6 schools that aren't going to make it, that typically do for some reason, for violations or whatever. So that usually bumps people up. We may be on the borderline going 4A. So at least you're probably going to see Carterville and some of the guys in the playoffs. So if we stay 3A, I'm almost certain we'll play Greenville or Chester.
At home.
At home. Where it ought to be.
That's right. At the fit. Hey, thanks, Coach. We appreciate it. Well, we'll throw it back up to you now, Scott, after this wild win at Mount Vernon. We'll be back just after this.
Golden Aces Football on Totally Mount Carmel TV, Channel 12. It's brought to you by Security Bank and Trust, Dersh Energies, KB Construction, Mount Carmel Public Utility, SK Smith Electric, Guy Hadley's Cafe, and Pit Stop Services. And by Citizens Bank, Bishop Motors, Little Italy's Pizza, Robert Walter Furniture, Dairy Queen, Kiefer Lumber Company, and Wabash General Hospital. And by First National Bank, Mount Carmel Sand and Gravel, Woodcock and Klein, Rogers Supply, Shawks Body and Glass, Deck Hill Battery, AmBank, and by Kiefer Brothers Construction, WSJD Mix 100.5 and WVMC AM 1360. Golden Aces Football on Totally Mount Carmel TV, Channel 12.